right, here we go. Boosie's back on VladTV, fresh off his federal and state gun case dropped. Of course, the first interview has to be on VladTV. It's only right. It's only right. No more ankle monitor. No more pending cases. Got your passport back. How does it feel?
I'm lost for words, man. I'm just... Man, God good, bro. He loved me, bro. That's, hey. This last year, I had a lot on my, I had a lot on my plate, Vlad, I don't know, I got a lot of people feel this, and a lot of people ain't gonna feel it because they ain't never been having a think in your head as you going to jail or not. You know what I'm saying? I had to do this several times in life, and it just be real, bro. It just be real, bro. It just put you in a hole and make you hustle harder, but it's always in the back of your mind. You might skip it all Sunday, all 4-5 days, but it come back and be like, damn, then the court shit be coming around so fast, Vlad. It be like, this shit be crazy, man. You just gotta put your trust in God.
Well, I've always avoided talking about the case because it was open. But now it's 100% done.
Yeah.
So can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go to San Diego.
Yeah.
And you had done a feature for somebody?
Yeah, I was coming to do a video with the guys I had done a feature with.
Okay, so you did the feature already, and then they paid you to do the video as well.
Yeah.
So you're in San Diego, and you're filming this music video.
Yeah.
And you had something on you.
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly, according to the video, that because people had their phones out and they're filming.
Right.
Why did you feel in that case, in that situation, you had to do that?
I mean, at the time, man, they say allegedly, man. I still say there was no fucking gun on me.
Okay.
It was a gun in the car, but I still say there was no gun on me.
Okay. You had security, though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You had security with you.
Yeah, and they were checked in. The guns wasn't in my security guard name, but my security guard clean. That was the only guns he had grabbed, you know what I'm saying? So we checked them in the airport like we do every weekend. Got them from the airport. When we got stopped on us, the guns in the bag. Isn't any guns in the car? Like we get stopped all the time. Yeah, my security got them in the bag. But when they came for me, bro, it was 16 cars. It was
a helicopter.
Helicopters. Yeah. Like, and so I'm thinking ain't nothing finna go down. Like, we illegal. We illegal out here. I'm like the guns in my security bag. My security give them the bag. We get out the car. I'm having a diabetic thing because I had to leave because I ain't eat the video, and my sugar was dropping and I was sweating, and while I'm leaving the video, that's when we stopped. So I'm damn near catching a diabetic seizure, and they had to call the paramedics and shit. And
oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I was telling one guy. My security, my medicine in a bag. And man, this police officer, bro, I ain't gonna lie, he going into a sugar coma. He going into a sugar coma. You got any stuff in your bag? And he grabbed the sugar and broke it and put it in my mouth and gave me two things of the sugar I be taking to bring me back up and shook me back, But the fucked up part is, when we got out the car or whatever, when all the other officers came to the car, They say we got 2 guns on the seat.
Which wasn't true.
No, which wasn't true.
Okay.
They say they got 2 guns on the seat, Vlad. Them guns don't come out. If we know we behind you, if we know the police behind us, what we gonna put the guns on the seat for? If we got a security guard, with the bag, with everything, why would we put the guns on the seat? You know what this about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember, I think some footage came out from the arrest and you were like yelling at your security guard at the time?
Nah, that's what they said. That's what
Okay.
they said. They say I threatened his life. They said all kind of shit in court to try to not give me a bond. They had no proof of this.
Got it.
We tried to get them to show proof of this. They were just putting shit in the headline. Officer like, no, I heard him. It was going on an officer thing. If you got it on your body camera, why ain't nobody else here?
Is he still your security to this day?
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all still good.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get arrested and you get charged in a state case.
Yeah.
How much time are you facing at that point in the state case?
On the state case, the state case ain't, as soon as my next court date, a week later, I went to get a plea deal. When I got out, I went to get before I got out, I already called my lawyer. I'm going to take a plea deal. I'm not finna mess with this shit. So I went to state and they took my plea deal. They was gonna give me 2 years probation, credit for time served, 2 years probation, some shit like that. But as soon as I went to take the deal, the feds was there to grab it.
Right. So you got a 2-year plea deal, probation.
Yeah.
You walk out, and then boom, you get picked up by the feds.
Nah, they picked me up right there in court.
Right in the courtroom.
While I'm going to the monitor to take the 2-year plea deal, they came in. This is a federal matter. We taking over this.
Right. You got hit with a superseding indictment.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you heard that now there's a Fed case?
I knew they was coming.
You knew they were coming.
Yeah.
So you weren't surprised. Wow. Okay. So now you caught a Fed case. You go in. You were locked up for how long?
Probably like 12 days.
12 days. Right. You get out. They put on the ankle monitor, and then now you're sitting and having to deal with this Fed case. Now, how much are you facing in the Fed case?
The Fed case I was facing, like, I think my max was like 10.
10 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think that was my max.
Okay, so they let you go, put an ankle monitor on you, and now you're sitting with 10 years hovering above your head. And you're stressed out.
I mean, I wasn't looking at it like 10 because I knew my felonies were nothing.
Nonviolent.
Nonviolent. All this shit mattered in court. So that's what I was looking at. I probably could have got out there with a plea deal for 2, 1.5, something like that.
Were they offering that plea deal at some point?
It was getting talked about.
Okay.
It never was offered, but I think it was getting talked about.
Okay. And you have your lawyers by this time, Damon Alamori and Megan Blanco.
Yeah.
And me and Damon were talking the whole time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He would reach out to me, let me know updates and everything else like that.
Yeah, I had 2 great lawyers.
Yeah, you had great lawyers. So this went on, how long were you with your ankle monitor?
A
Total?
year.
1 year.
A little over a year.
Okay. And although you could still work, you had to check in with your probation officer, right?
Yeah, I had to send her where I was going, the plane I was going to be on, the hotel I was staying at. I had to do all that on my pre-trial. They let me travel everywhere except cross seas.
Yeah.
They took my passport, but They let me get my money. It's just I gotta let them know everywhere I'm going.
Right, but you're not really doing a lot of shows overseas anyway, so it didn't really affect you monetarily that much, just to be honest.
Nah.
Right.
I went harder.
Right.
Yeah, I went harder.
Were they drug testing you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you couldn't smoke weed.
Nah.
And, but that's all you do, so.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it.
I became a baby alcoholic.
You started drinking more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this went on for a year. And then you start hearing little whispers that, oh, this might actually come to an end. And then I remember there was a video you put out where you're actually cutting off your ankle monitor.
Yeah.
Now, people assumed at that point that the case was dropped, but it wasn't technically dropped, right?
Nah, it wasn't. It wasn't technically dropped. It was. The law had passed.
Right.
The law had passed. So my lawyer wrote a motion into the court like, basically this finna be over with. Can we cut his ankle monitor off? And, you know, he's never had not one problem with you know, can we cut it off? And the judge signed for it to be cut off.
Right, because we talked about how, you know, when you had your cases in the past, you had stipulations of what not to do and you just wouldn't follow the rules.
Right.
But this time around, you have an older, more mature Boosie that actually followed the rules the whole time.
Right, right.
You know, and I was also very careful. Like, for example, when we did some of our early interviews, I would send it to your lawyer. He would go through it. There were certain things he would ask me to take out. I'll take them out. You know what I mean? Because we're all, you know, I didn't want to be the person that violated you and sent you back to jail and stuff like that. So now you get your ankle monitor off. At that point, do you feel like it's over or is it still a little bit unknown?
At that point, I kind of felt it was over with, you know, because, Vlad, I had a dream.
Huh.
Before I had a dream, and it was clear as day, man. God was telling me, it was so clear, he was telling me, I ain't letting you go to jail. When I do it for you, you just tell them who did it for you. I had a real dream, you know what I'm saying? And I knew it when they, cause you know, I know the system. If your ankle monitor getting cut off and the law has changed, then I had a great judge, a fair judge. This the first judge I ever had who was fair. And, you know, once the 19th Circuit, you know, once these people rule on a case and a law get passed, then.
So basically what they're saying is, based on this law that passed, was that non-violent felons could still have a gun?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
And these were like conservative judges that really voted on this.
Yeah. 3-1, yeah.
Yeah. So it was Supreme Court?
19th Circuit, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Ankle monitor comes off, and then a couple of days ago, the case is officially dropped with prejudice, meaning that they can't retry you. I remember your lawyer hit me, was like, yo, Vlad, let him know. I think I may have announced it before you did. I probably should have checked with you, but I just assumed, you know, I was like excited. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, just heard that Boosie's case was dropped. Boom. I did a tweet about it, post on Instagram. And it was followed by your video.
Yeah.
Where you were actually crying in the video.
Yeah.
In the caption, it said, case dismissed. God, I just want to say thank you. You never leave me. You make a way out of no way. You made me beat South Baton Rouge. You made me beat cancer. You made me beat death row. You made me beat gunshots. You made me beat Fed cases. You forgive my sins. Every time it looked like it was impossible, you showed they ass.
It's over with.
Anyone in trouble, call on God. I don't care how bad it looks, he will do it. He will make a way out of no way. Shout out to my attorneys. We did it. To everyone who shitted on me and said I was going to jail. Those who wanted me locked up in jail. Those who did me wrong thinking I would be in jail. Joke's on you, bitch.
God good, sucker ass niggas. Hating ass, bitch ass niggas. And I was crying typing it. Oh man, bro.
How big was the legal bill?
I mean, I had a.
Because remember in the beginning, you had sold the Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Which is about, I don't know, what, 250, 300?
Yeah.
Is it around that?
I wouldn't say it was around that. It was probably. Oh, I forgot the bond too. Oh, but I get that back.
You get that back, yeah.
Yeah, I get that back. So, both of my lawyers, I don't put no numbers on them, but they was, Megan Blanco's, the Griselda. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, of course, because the internet is the internet, and, the feds have a 98% conviction rate, people start saying, oh, well, Boosie must have cooperated to get out this case. He must be snitching. You've heard this, of course.
Yeah, I heard it the last 48 hours.
But there was no one to snitch on. Who you gonna snitch on? No one else? No one else went down for this?
No, and 4 people in the car. I'm the only one got charged.
Right. So who you gonna tell on?
Who the fuck I'm gonna tell on? Man, that shit crazy, bro. That shit crazy.
So does this mean that now you could legally carry a gun as a non-violent felon?
Georgia got different rules after I think after you've been off parole for a minute, you can Georgia's got different rules.
Well, you've been off parole for forever.
Yeah.
So does that mean that legally you could go get a gun now?
Yeah, I'm going to file to get my gun right.
That's what's up. And of course, in Georgia, you could do concealed carry like it's nothing. So you're going to be able to carry a gun again. You excited about that? I'm a gun guy, man. I got guns too. So,
I mean, you miss having you be want your peace sometime, you know what I'm saying? You be want your peace sometime, and sometimes you can't get your peace when you around 30, 40 people. You know what I'm saying? And most of the people you probably paying to protect you, they don't know how to really protect you. You know what I'm saying? You could be playing all kind of motherfuckers, but they don't know how to really protect you, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, send somebody in anyway, As an artist, we should be allowed to protect ourselves. Like, we targets. Everybody want what we got, bro. Let's go for athletes, rappers, like, I hope they make some kind of law that it should get crazy out here. You see how we dying left and right, rappers?
Yeah.
I feel like a judge should take it light on somebody with a gun. I mean, I'm just glad these rules changing. I'm just glad, because, man, we gotta protect ourselves,
Let me illustrate your point that you just said right now about how dangerous it is for rappers. After Foolio got killed, I decided to go through all my interviews and write down all the people I interviewed that have died violently, along with their ages. I counted 19 people. Jimmy Wapo, 21, Doe B, 22, Jay the Youngin, 24, BTB Savage, 26, FBG Duck, 26, Foolio, 26, Mo 3, 28, Draco the Ruler, 28, Takeoff, 28, Chinks Drugs, 31, E-Day 632, Big Low, 33, Slim 433, Nipsey Hussle, 33, Young Greatness, 34, Snooty Wild, 36, Young Dolph, 36, The Jacket, 37, Gonzo, 45. Majority of them, about half of in their 20s, the other half are in their 30s. One guy is in his 40s. Some of which .
Do you ever have bad dreams and see any of them?
No, not really. I'll be honest. Because I didn't get really close to any of the people that I mentioned.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? They weren't like personal friends. They were people that I interviewed.
But I would think, shit, you seeing these faces come and go in there, I look up and see one of them motherfuckers. Vlad, you might got PTSD.
I mean, out of all the people I mentioned,
Man,
they all
I
got
have PTSD. All these people that came in front of me, now they dead.
Yeah. And they all got shot except for Draco, who got stabbed to death.
Yeah.
And you knew, I mean, obviously, you knew Mo3, you knew Takeoff. You met Nipsey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nip was my nigga.
Of course, Dolph was your friend.
Yeah.
So a good portion of these people were people you knew or even friends of yours.
Yeah.
And then, Lil Loaded died from suicide, age 20. Then you have drug overdoses, Mac Miller, 26, Aaron Carter, 34, Gangsta Boot, 43, Coolio, 59. Yeah, man. All relatively young people who died violently. It is a very dangerous profession, and damn near all of them died either in their home city or close to their home cities.
Right.
And yeah, and a lot of which I've tried to steer them.
They gonna kill you in your own city.
Yeah.
They gonna kill your ass in your own city. I mean, that's what we get money for, to leave, bro. We always can come back and hit, but you don't want to start your first part of your life somewhere and end your first part of your life somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, the motherfucker who was in middle school, who was crossed there all the way around, all the way by the trash can over there looking at you while you get all the girls. We went to the same school together. Them the ones gonna kill you.
Well, yeah. Foolio just got killed on his 26th birthday in Tampa, which is a couple hours from his home city.
Yeah.
It's drivable distance. I've always said that no one's going to get on an airplane and come kill you.
Yeah.
No one's going to book a ticket, go to some other city, try to find a gun in that city, because you're not going to bring a gun on the plane. So you got to go and find a legal gun in that other city, figure out where you are. Like, that's not going to happen. Someone's going to tell them, hey, he's so-and-so, hop in your car, go get him. And that's what happens almost every time. And that's what happened to Foolio. And, if you watch my first interview with Foolio, I asked, can you and Young and Ace work it out? Okay, I understand that all this happened before. I understand. But both of y'all still young. You have a future ahead of you. You don't have any kids yet. There's still a lot of really dope shit you haven't encountered yet. He's like, yeah, we could probably work it out eventually. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that Young and Ace had anything to do with it, but you know what I mean? But that beef was serious. Could there be anything that could be done with, let's just say, you and Young and Ace sitting down together saying, look, a lot of fuck shit happened on both ends, but we have to just basically, we don't have to be friends, but we got to get past this and kind of just move on with our careers because we're both successful in our own way.
It probably happen sooner than later. You never know what God got planned, I told him that a couple times, We be talking time to time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what could happen. It ain't no, you know what I'm saying? We want to kill each other now. We just mutual,
Age 26, man, it fucked me up when I heard it. I couldn't believe it, man. 26. I didn't think he was that young. When you heard the news, what'd you think? Have you ever met him before, by the way, or talked to him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You knew Foolio.
Yeah, I knew Foolio.
I mean, what did you think when you heard the news?
I ain't think nothing. I just they got Foolio. I mean, shit. That's how that go, man. When you at war, that's just how that go. It's back to back to back to back to back. That's just how that go. You just gotta try to protect your big dog. Cause they take the big dog, they cut the head off the roost. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they gotta always try to protect your big dog, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, after our first interview, he ended up getting shot, like I think in the foot or something. And, you know, he was having this birthday party and he was like on Instagram announcing the party, like, yo, DM me for the address. You don't know who the hell you're DMing the address to when you're announcing shit publicly. Like, the way that came together really just kind of messed me up, because you would think that he would just be way more careful and way more paranoid, especially in Florida. Sad, man. And then Young and Ace drops a diss track a couple hours later, and then drops another diss track a couple days later. And one of the craziest things about this is that Foolio keeps posting on his IG after he died. You seen that?
Yeah, I saw that.
He's like responding to his ops. He's posting, he's coming back. But I mean, they just had his funeral, so I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
Unless he somehow faked his death, like they say Tupac did. I mean, yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad, man. Rest in peace, Foolio, man. He was a good dude. I've had conversations with him, you know, both in interviews and on the phone. Good dude, man. We were supposed to have our second official interview. He couldn't make it. He called me up to apologize. Real humble, real polite. None of that rah-rah, you know, shit. It was like, young dude, man. Didn't even have kids yet. Sad, man. Rest in peace. There was a situation recently where a woman claimed you had her kicked out of the club because she said you had bad breath.
He sent security up there. They come to get me. I'm like, dang, look how, y'all, I'm small. Like, what? I didn't even do anything. Like, your breath was stank, but because I told you your breath was stank, you got me kicked out the club?
No, y'all gotta go read the thing. She said that my security kicked her out the club because his breath was stinking. That's what she said. I don't even remember this girl. I've never seen, there ain't no girl, she not even coming that close to me. But if you look at her post, she said the security breath was stank. That's what she said. But the vlogs flipped it to, you know, I guess it was gonna get a lot of clicks. The vlogs flipped it and fixed it like she said it.
Okay, because she said, I mean, I looked at the caption. She said, he got mad, so he sent security up there. They came to get me, and I'm like, dang, look how small I am. I didn't even do anything. Like, your breath was stank. But because I told you your breath was stank, you got me kicked out the club. I'm never going to nothing else. So she almost made it sound like it was you.
Yeah.
In a way. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, almost made it sound like she told you your breath stank, so you told security to kick her out the club.
Nah, she was talking about my security. She ain't even get up on me. I was like, man, when I saw her, I'm like, who is this girl? Nigga was like, she got kicked out the club. You ain't even see her. Like, she ain't never. And then when I went to her page to look at it, when I read it, I saw she was talking about, you know, my hygiene, 8.1 point.
Yeah, that was a weird one. that was definitely a weird one, man.
Hey, bitches all in my motherfucking DM telling me, I know your breath don't stink. I'm like, bitch, your pussy stink. Bitch, don't DM me.
My last interview I did at your house, we talked about Yung Bleu. Yung Bleu had just dissed us on the song Read the Room. And, you know, I was laughing at how low his album was selling.
Yeah.
By the way, the diss song right now on Spotify has 363,000 views. He couldn't even break 500,000. In fact, the whole album is pretty much, none of the songs are really over 1 million views. Most of them are like 300,000. Once the Lil Wayne song is at 1.3 million. And then the Confirmation song is like 5.8, but everything else is pretty much a brick. But I guess he got into his feelings after our interview. So he wrote a big post. Said, Boosie got my nuts in his mouth in every interview. That dude obsessed with me. I dropped a rap album with 1 week of promo, no singles, just to get out my deal, and did 17 times more than you. You know what my R&B projects do. My one R&B single, Confirmation, outsold your whole album with 50 million streams, no radio. What'd you do on your album? 500 copies. I'm not arguing with no dude who barely gets booked in 100 miles of Mississippi. You're lame. You better hope a storm don't come and knock those cheap-ass, paper-thin-ass condos in your backyard down. Them kids don't want to live in your plantation. Buy them kids a house, boy. Dude got a Motel 6 at his house. Shut up. So, there's a bunch of excuses of why his album did bad. Oh, it's not a rap album. Oh, it's not an R&B album. Oh, I just did it to get out my deal. Man, come on. You don't drop an album and expect it to do bad. You know what I'm saying? That album flopped, Yung Bleu. That was a flop. And honestly, since our last interview, which was about a month and a half ago, those numbers have not moved. I thought I would look and see, millions of streams on a bunch of the songs. So that album didn't do nothing, man. Like I said, I'm still salty about you trying to steal that 50K from me. Because, claiming that Boosie asked for 50K to help bail him out. Now, when you saw this post, what did you think?
I don't even want to talk about what I was thinking. I just say, you know what I'm saying? That nigga know, man. Nigga don't play with me like that, bro.
Well, you responded publicly. He said, don't get mad because you ain't booked every weekend across the country like your CEO. Do you even have shows? You stopped your tour because you couldn't sell out theaters. Or did I stop your tour? Now you're mad because nobody want to hear your music anymore. They want you to pay up and do what's right. You're miserable. You don't know if you want to be a rapper, R&B singer, country, or a rock and roll artist. You stole my money and went and put down on your first home. You squatting. So we come moving next week since you're squatting in our shit. You want to bring up kids, really? Maybe my kids can come over and help your retarded ass son count to 5. Go wipe all that damn slob off the floor before you all fall down and hurt yourself. I'll be honest, I thought that last comment was a little over the top.
Yeah, it was, bro. I got a lot of backlash in my DMs from...
You know me, I keep it 100 with you.
From fans.
I'm always on your side, but I keep it 100.
I was just DMing a woman talking about that before I came in here, bro. She got a son like that, and I got a lot of bad backlash that, I've been in the DM trying to explain to them that when a motherfucker talk my kids, everything off limit.
Yeah, he did mention your kids first.
You mentioned my kids first.
He did mention your kids first. But you don't have special needs kids.
Yeah.
And I think that if you do have special needs kids, and you have people like Fat Joe, whose son has special needs and stuff like that, I think that that's a burden that no one would ever choose to bear if they were given a choice.
Right.
But if you had that child...
I apologize to, everybody I offended for them.
Okay, that's big of you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that. You and I are just lucky enough that we don't have to go through it ourselves, but I'm sure if we did, that would probably really sting, a statement like that. But, he did talk about your kids first.
Yeah. If you talk about my kids, I'm going to talk about your kids.
Right. But he has more than one kid, right?
I don't know. Mm.
Since that time, has there been any progress in this situation?
Nah, we going to court in Louisiana too. I'm suing them in Louisiana too. So they just got served. He just got served. So he got a month or two to, respond back.
Man, I'm saying though, man, that this last album, like I said, I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna pull up this album and then all the songs are gonna be the multi-millions. Because he even said, oh, my shit is a slow grow. I never do big first week numbers. So I'm like, okay, well, let's give it a chance. Let's take a look at these numbers. But the numbers are the numbers, man. This album was a financial loss. You could explain it how you gonna explain it, but it's a financial loss with streams that are that low. So you could say
I just think a lot of Yung Bleu fans want him to just do the right thing and pay up. A lot of people, the facts are on the table, bro. Like TQ, they said it on interviews. I forged his name, and they said they couldn't find me.
Man, come on.
$5 million deal, you can't find me. I'm gonna find your motherfucking ass.
All you gotta do is pull up to your estate, man.
Bro,
you have parties there. Come on now. Your address is not secret. Hey, man, I'm in front of your house with this $5 million, man. Where you at?
I'm, bro,
I'm come right out.
I'm gonna jump out the window like major pay.
Man, honestly though, I
don't get off on his project not doing well, because the better he do, the better I do.
Eventually.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, I ain't praying on his downfall.
Nah, but clearly, based on this project, the fans are not feeling it. And I'm sure that the friction with you plays a role in it.
Yeah.
Now, let's see what happens when things get worked out and y'all publicly hug it out and y'all maybe do some music together and maybe do a show. Imagine a Boosie Yung Bleu tour. You know what I'm saying? Like a celebration, we worked it out tour. Where both of y'all combined.
I really think if he was to get everybody together, guys to get everybody together and make it right with me, I know my fans, I know my fans will feel like that's some real shit. They'll look at him more like, you keeping it real, because my fans on some, I ain't fucking with that nigga Boosie if he ain't paying you. They know I work hard for them kids. I work hard every day for them kids. That was my money. Simple as that. You know?
I mean, do you think that he just doesn't have it? Because you said that he put down the money on the house. Do you think that he simply doesn't have it? But then again, it's not like you necessarily need to get it all in one lump sum. You can work out a payment plan. Okay, I got this right now, and then I'll,
I mean, when you dealing with people with money, I ain't counting no nigga back. I don't know what he got, but if he really had it, he'll get this shit out the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you tied to money, it's a lot of money going around. You can go say, hey guys, man, give Boosie 3, 4, 5 million and let's get this shit behind us. I'm gonna give you 12 more songs.
Yeah.
You go make 12 more songs in this nigga talent. You can make 12 more songs in 3-4 days. And get at if you don't want to deal with me, and get at the guys and tell guys to give me my money.
Well, when he said that first post, when he said, I just dropped this album to get out my deal, is he out one deal and signing a new deal, or what's happening?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. That's interesting.
I don't know. I hope he ain't left guys of them. I mean, guys of them the one, bro, guys that knew that was my artist. Everybody knew, I mean.
Well, I know Gazi. We're both from the Bay.
Yeah, Gazi. I feel like if Gazi could go to Blue and they can work something to get me paid, because, I'm suing guys in them too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hope it works out, man. Like I said in the beginning, the only reason I know Yung Bleu and the only reason I interviewed Yung Bleu was because you brought him to me and you sat down with him and introduced the world.
I done did business with guys that, like, I always did good business, bro. Like, there was just one time that, that I got snaked and I feel like all parties had their hand involved, so I'm CEO, how can you let somebody sign my name?
I hope it works out, man. I don't like seeing this. I take my little shots because I feel like he's taking his little shots, but at the end of the day, I want to see both of y'all work it out. That's really what I want to do, and I hope at one point it happens. Lavell Crawford did an interview with Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah.
He told a story about you. He claimed that he ran into you at an airport and he asked for a photo. And you said, hold on, I need to go to the bathroom. And when you came out, I guess you're on the phone and you didn't want to take a picture with him. He said that you were like, this motherfucker trying to get a picture with me or something like that. And he was offended. I've interviewed Lavell Crawford. Funny dude. I don't know him personally, but we did an interview. When you heard this story, did you remember this instance at all?
I think I remembered his face, bro, but, you know, then you know the way he looked, that nigga don't look like no celebrity, you know, like.
It's a random fat dude.
I'm getting off the plane, I got diabetes, I gotta piss.
Huh.
Then I'm on the phone, nigga, I'm on the phone probably with all kind of shit, lawyers, baby mamas. Like, nigga, I ain't got time taking no picture right now, like, you know, that's me. But anybody else, you catch me, I take a picture, but, you know, I just feel like everybody gotta, you know, respect somebody's time. If I'm supposed to look up and, you ain't motherfucking, I mean, I'm taking care of business. I'm probably on some shit arguing. I'm putting down over here. I got pool party shit going. Nigga, my phone jumping. And I'm fresh off the plane. Cold in my motherfucking eye, probably. Looking crazy. Been up 2-3 days. Shit, he probably right. But, you know, looking at him, you know, you had comedians all in my motherfucking DM. Like, I'm just shitting on comedians. Hell nah, man. I love comedians.
So you just didn't recognize him?
Nah.
And to be fair...
And I respect celebrities who got other celebrity status.
Yeah.
I see niggas, man, let's flick it up. I don't know you. You know, I mean, you know, you gotta make everybody don't get them. That's just how life is, bro. Like, I'm trying to take care of business with my family. It's something important. I'm on the phone fresh out after I get off the plane. That mean I was thinking about everything I'm finna talk on this bitch when I get off the plane. So this is not a good time.
Yeah. I mean, look, I've interviewed him before. He's been around for a while, but he's not like the world's biggest comedian. It's not like Cat Williams walked up to you and you shoot him off, or Dave Chappelle or whatever else. You know, he's got 330,000 followers on Instagram, which means that he's a working comedian, but he's not like a mega star by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm sure he felt some type of way, but it sounds like, did he even introduce himself as, I'm Lavell Crawford, the comedian? He may have just assumed that.
He ain't, I'm pretty sure he ain't introduced himself.
So you just assumed you knew who he was and you didn't?
I didn't. No.
It's an honest mistake.
It ain't no mistake. If I don't know you, nigga, I don't know you. No motherfucking mistake. Ain't no motherfucking mistake.
Hey, man, listen. Well, he's running with the story, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, when people ask me for pictures, I always try to go out my way to do it. But, you know, sometimes you're just you're busy. You know, listen, I don't know how many times people have, you know, I'm eating like Pollo Tropical or something, and, you know, person, hey, man, I can take pictures? Hey, man, listen, let me finish my food.
It's certain times for everything. You know, motherfuckers will come when you got a mouthful of food.
Yeah, people follow you in the bathroom sometimes.
Bruh, you could be gambling at the thing. You could be gambling in the casino. They coming up. Move. I'm fucking gambling.
Yeah.
Like, god damn. I got the dice in my hand. You done grab my shirt. My security fin. Bruh, this shit, bruh. Women and alcohol, boy. At the casino, boy. That shit could get, you know, then all my wife fans. Oh my God, I love them. My wife fans be giving 500 chips dollars for you. Mind of a maniac. Hell, give him 2 more for me. I'm talking about, hey, bro. They be, and they will wait till you finish gambling for a picture. Oh, we respect it, man. We're gonna be waiting right here. They waiting, bro. Like, I love the casino, bro. I love gambling, man. I've been gambling a long time, bro.
Well, speaking of your white fans, one of the LA Dodgers pitchers, Tyler Glasnow, has a Boosie lyric tattooed on the inside of his lips.
Yeah.
So I've been told you have a lip tattoo. Mm-hmm. Can we see?
Yeah.
What does it say?
No juice.
What does no juice mean?
It's like the Lil Boosie song. It just is like, it reminds me of early pro ball.
Juice.
Yeah.
I sent you that video.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I smile, man. I smile. That shit made me happy, bro. When I see the few people giving me my flowers, that make me proud.
Yeah, I mean, one of the pitchers on the Dodgers, one of the most important baseball teams ever, tattooed one of your lyrics on the inside of his lips. Crazy. Shout out to all your white fans.
Yeah.
Well, and also, you're doing the Chris Brown type meet and greets now.
Vlad, I've been doing meet and greets since I came home. I was the first, bro.
But have you been doing them over the top like this?
I do them at every show, but now I'm, I'm turning up with it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know you had that big white girl.
she was light skinned.
She was light skinned?
She was a big red bone.
Big red bone. How much does a meet and greet cost with Boosie?
$500.
$500, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
For a photo that'll last you a lifetime?
Yeah, and I give you a t-shirt, a merch.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And I comfort you. Might grab your face. Girl, I'll stick my tongue in your fucking mouth. I'm gonna give you a memory forever. Oh, I'm gonna give you a memory forever. I love motivating women and making them smile. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't care what. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna tell you something. I know what you think your best features is. I'm gonna tell you something sweet.
Well, speaking of shows, since our last interview, Kendrick Lamar had his pop-out show.
Yeah.
In Inglewood on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a show. I was in New York. I would have gone.
Motherfucker look like Boosie bash.
He had everyone in L.A. on the stage, Bloods, Crips. And he did You Not Like Us 5 times.
Yeah.
Told Drake that if he gave the Tupac ring back, he might get some respect. If Tupac was alive, who do you think he would have sided with? Would he have sided with Kendrick or Drake?
I mean, I don't know. I know Pac wouldn't be going for all this shit they doing. Pac would have been called these motherfuckers out.
Huh.
You know, but Pac would have been, bruh. I feel like in today's day, Pac would have been a op to everybody because they'll be afraid. Pac, I just feel like Pac was the type would have said something about all this new shit that's going on. And what all these rappers doing, like Pimp C too. Pimp C will be,
oh yeah.
Oh, Pimp C, what the fuck is going on? Man, bruh.
You've always been a Tupac super fan.
Yeah.
As am I. What is your favorite Tupac song of all time?
Unconditional Love, Can You Get Away, Ambitious as a Rider.
I love that song.
You Can Run the Streets with Your Thugs. I forgot the name.
For you.
I forgot the name of that one. That's one of my.
I think it's Run the Streets.
Run the Streets. Yeah.
Yeah, Run the Streets.
I got a lot of Tupac favorite songs.
Okay.
Bro. Like I go deep in the catalog.
Can you spit your favorite Tupac lyric?
Probably the Dear Mama shit. I could spit that whole motherfucker, but
let's hear you spit something off Dear Mama.
When I was young, me and my mama had beef, 17 years old, kicked out on the street. But back at the time, I never thought I'd see your face. Ain't no woman alive that could take my mama's plate. Suspended from school. Scared to go home, I was a fool with the big boys breaking all the rules. I shed tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poorer than the other little kids. And even though we had different daddies, the same drama when things went wrong, we blame mama. I reminisced on the stress I caused. It was hell, hugging on my mama from a jail cell.
The Boosie version of Dear Mama. VladTV exclusive. You know, it's kind of too bad that like in other genres of music, people redo songs all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, when we interviewed Shaka Khan, I didn't realize that one of her biggest songs, I Feel For You, that's a Prince song.
Oh, okay.
She was hanging out with Prince. You know, she heard the song. She's like, oh, I like this. I'm going to redo it. You know what I mean? Rock songs get redone. And Snoop, he was the first one to redo hip-hop songs. Remember, he did Lottie Dottie.
Yeah.
And then he did The Vapors. But since him, no one's really redone other rapper songs, which I think is too bad. They quote him here and there.
Yeah.
But like, how dope would it be on your next album to do your own version of Dear Mama? Different beat, but same lyrics.
Yeah.
You'd have to clear it, of course.
Yeah.
But that's just the publishing. You wouldn't have to clear the master.
Yeah.
Just putting that out in the air. Just putting it out there, because that was dope what you just did.
Yeah.
Well, back to Kendrick. Then Kendrick dropped the You Not Like Us music video.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Hard.
Yeah.
Hard.
A lot of little subliminal shots all throughout. He was doing push-ups, because Drake had the push-up songs.
It's a diss record.
It's a diss record. Did it all in Compton and Inglewood. And then, because, Drake was poking at, like, the relationship with his fiance. So that little scene with him and his fiance and the kids, and then she was, like, crip walking and stuff, like, yeah, here you go. You say we not good? Here you go. It was, it was tough. It was tough. And I think it became the fastest growing hip-hop video of all time. I think in the first 24 hours or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is there any doubt that Kendrick won that battle?
I ain't no doubt. Because they still running.
They still running with it.
You gotta see when you run a race and one just stopped, one's still running.
Yeah. He didn't have to drop that video. He didn't have to do the show. He had already won by that point.
Yeah, you still running. You stretching it. You stretching it to win the race.
Right. These are victory laps at this point.
When you stop going, that's with anything. What you gonna do? You gonna lose the race. Only people, they keep going. That's the only people who you figure out be like who won a race. If one keep going, he win the race. Now you gotta think about what he plotting up. Now he plotting up to sneak attack you.
Who, Drake?
I say that when you running a race with somebody, people play chess in their mind.
Yeah, listen, Drake is not over by any stretch of the imagination.
Hell no.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close. Oh, Drake is done. Drake is not done.
Not even close.
In fact, I think he's the most streamed rapper in the world right now, period.
Every month.
Every month.
Drake ain't.
Yeah.
Drake somewhere betting 10 million right now.
His catalog is untouchable. He could tour forever. He's going to be wealthy forever. And I'm sure he's got lots of hits in his future.
Yeah.
But Kendrick gave him his first official loss.
Yeah.
Pusha T, people could kind of argue over it. This right here, this is very clear as to what happened.
Yeah.
But you know what I noticed? And I've talked to a few people about this in my interviews. Drake single-handedly transformed the lives of a lot of rappers.
You know how many niggas Drake put on with they feature, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Those features.
This dude done blessed a lot of niggas. Niggas don't get way up there and reach their hand down there like that. This nigga didn't, bro.
Migos. When he jumped on Versace, that changed their lives forever. They came from being local Atlanta rappers to having a national hit. I was there. I was there when that happened. I was in Atlanta, 2013. Coach K was managing Gucci Mane, and he had this new group called the Migos. He promised me that he'd get me a Gucci interview if I interviewed this new group for him. He lied, of course. I never got the Gucci interview. But I gave Migos their first ever interview. Offset was locked up at the time, so it was just Takeoff and Quavo. And then they were performing a birthday bash. They're like opening, like early opening. Drake showed up, and he was like, oh, I like that song Versace. I'm going to jump on it. Next thing you know, they never looked back.
Yeah.
And they even talked about it. This is not just Vlad saying it. They've talked about this with me in interviews. Blockboy JB, I interviewed him about it. Drake gave him that song. So here you go. You can have it. That's yours. So the song Look Alive, was that song already done? And did Drake jump on it afterwards? Or how did that whole thing happen?
Man, actually, it was like a gift. Like, he was like, I was thinking it was gonna be his song too. And to be honest, I was thinking it was gonna be his song too. Cause like, he hit me up and like, he wanted to work. And like, I was like, okay, it's cool. But you know, of course, if you're gonna jump on there, it's Drake. But I was thinking like, it was gonna be his song. And I had the song like the next day, like he just, like he was ready. And so when I had hopped on, well, then I hopped on it the next day, bam, we was finna drop it. I was like, so what are we gonna do? What we gonna do like towards whose song it is? He's like, you trust me, just give it to you. Just trust me, I'm gonna get, he just give it to you.
And Yung Bleu. Yung Bleu was doing okay, but when Mine Still came out, I mean, you were there. Was it a difference?
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is, when someone makes you a millionaire and takes you out the hood and gives you a career and a song that you could tour off of forever, you would think that you would jump in and at least support when they're going through something. Right?
Yeah.
When you were going at it with Aiden Ross, I jumped in. I didn't have to. But I'm like, yo, that's my man. And I think this is some bullshit. Fuck Aiden Ross.
Yeah.
Fuck Charleston White. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck it. This is who I'm with. You didn't ask me to do it. You know, yo, Vlad, no, we never had a conversation like this. I told you after I did it. None of these dudes said nothing when everyone was piling up against Drake. Everyone was piling up. The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky, YG was on stage at the pop-up show. Like everyone, you know, SZA showed up at the Kendrick show. You know, that's like someone who used to date Drake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one said nothing. No one supported him on any fashion. And it's not like any of them have a relationship with Kendrick. It ain't like Kendrick did songs with him too. Is it me? Because I feel like people are like, oh no, Vlad, you tripping. This is the music industry. They don't have to do nothing, blah, blah, blah. I just feel like a lack of loyalty to a certain degree. Do you feel that way?
I would feel that way. If I was in Drake's shoes,
yeah.
I'm a Scorpio. I'm my heart bleed different, bro. Like when I do something for you and I do it out the love of the heart and I change your life, and you ain't got no get back for me, you gonna let me hang out and drive?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna give me no starter, you ain't gonna put no gas in the motherfucking lawnmower? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Nigga, my song changed your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, niggas be thinking, man, this shit business, man. I ain't getting in nobody business. You know, they put business before being a real person.
Look, I'm not even mentioning the Travis Scotts or the Futures or, you know, people that were already on and Drake, you know, did features with them, but they were already hot. You see what I'm saying? I'm not mentioning those people because obviously Drake has something to gain in those, you know, cases too. But when you're hopping on Yung Bleu,
20 years, he blessed a lot of people.
For free, because no one could afford a feature from Drake when they're a local rapper.
He blessed a lot of people, bro. Like, he blessed a lot of people. You gotta understand, when you the top dog, everybody wanna pull your jacket and bring it. It's called crabs in a bucket.
Yeah.
And that shit gonna be like that for life when you chasing that money. When you get up there, bro, people coming for you. Everybody don't wanna see you at the top too motherfucking long.
Yeah, but if you help me...
This goes for drug dealers. This goes for the biggest rappers. People don't want to see you on top, bro. When somebody grab for you and they see more people get grabbed for you to try to bring you down, they will latch on to that last person to try to bring you down because they want somebody else at the top. They tired of you winning.
Yeah.
So ain't nobody, you know, they won't get to the top. They trying to get to the top. They tired of y'all talking about him. So you know they ain't gonna talk for him.
Like if I was Yung Bleu, I would have said something. Like, look, Drake jumped on my song yes, Yung Bleu wasn't broke when Drake did that, but having that Drake feature, he even said it on an interview. He said, yeah, you know, my money definitely increased a lot.
To speak on somebody, to help somebody nationally not caring what nobody say,
Yeah.
you have to be a real person.
Yes.
I'm not saying nobody fake, but you gotta be somebody who is different. And you gotta be careful what you do. Because Drake in Canada, Blue don't won't say nothing. Now you got smoke on this motherfucking West Coast. You got smoke all kind. You know what I'm saying? That's just how that is, bro. Like, I probably would have said something, but Yung Bleu thinking like, you know, I would, if I was him, I would be thinking like, you know, like, if I ain't ready for this, I don't need to get in this shit. But if somebody did that for my career,
yeah,
I'm finna say, man, well, what about this he did for that? I'm gonna give him something. Like, I'm gonna let the world know, you know, like.
No one said
me.
anything in support of Drake, and everybody ganged up on him. Down to The Weeknd, down to A$AP Rocky, who said that Drake...
I just saw Serena Williams just got on the thing.
Yeah, she got up, yeah. But she used to fuck with Drake, too.
Yeah, he was bashing her head in. Shit, I don't know, you hear me? I mean, if I was Drake, I wouldn't... Niggas wouldn't be... Ain't no more fucking features.
I know, right? That's no more features. You're
That's
right.
on him, nigga.
You're right.
You let a nigga
all
duck
the
you once.
aspiring rappers out
you
there.
let a nigga duck you twice.
Yung Bleu,
I mean,
Block Boy JB, they messed it up for y'all by not saying anything during this fucking battle. The Migos messed it up for y'all.
Nigga, I'd be like, man, I'm not, man, ain't no way in the world.
Well, the Hot Boys were supposed to have their reunion at the Essence Fest.
Yeah.
In New Orleans, right? Is that where it was, or?
Yeah.
But it didn't end up actually happening like that. I think Lil Wayne performed by himself, and then BG, he came out with who? Birdman?
I think so. I don't know. I ain't see it.
Turk wasn't there. Turk felt some type of way about it. You heard about this though, right?
Yeah.
What did you think?
I was just thinking, shit, I hope they get it together. You know, I won't see it. I want to eventually be on that tour, that Hot Boy tour. Opening it up, Boosie and Weber. Hot Boys behind them. It's a fire tour.
Birdman got on stage and said, I'll never let my city down and be a pussy-ass N-word for nobody. Is that the most Birdman thing to say on stage ever?
Yeah.
It can't get any more Birdman than that.
Right.
I mean, how important is Cash Money to Louisiana?
Real important. Cash Money raised Louisiana for years. They raised us. I mean, Cash Money raised us. Cash Money, No Limit. You know, them was the two. They raised us, I mean.
Yeah. Birdman, I mean, listen, you could argue and say that Birdman is the greatest hip-hop CEO of all time.
Yeah.
Because unlike all the other hip-hop CEOs, he just stick to hip-hop. Yeah, he had his little lug sneakers here and there, and he had a little something here and there, but but his fortune was made in hip-hop.
Right.
Puffy had to go to liquor. Dr. Dre had to go to headphones. Most of these CEOs will diversify and do something else. He stayed in hip-hop the whole time and kept reinventing himself. And even when all the rappers left his label, he became the main rapper on his label.
Real street nigga hustle mentality.
Yeah, that hustler, I don't think
it's
anyone
gonna work
hustles.
with you. If it ain't gonna work with you, we gonna work it without you.
Yeah.
It's just like when you lose a plug on the street. You still got money? Shit, we gonna try this again and again till it get right. Yeah, Birdman,
yeah.
I respect it on him.
What do you think of BG has to clear his lyrics with law enforcement before putting them out? You know about this?
I think they overrided it. But I think he can't do nothing about talking about snitches, I think. Because they trying to, you know, I don't really know the situation, but I think he can't do nothing talking about rats. I think they trying to say these rats. And you know, he ain't finna be on there too much long, cause me and Big G got an album right now. Me and Big G got smoke right now. But they just put a wedgie in it when they was saying I couldn't be around them because they had me in this paperwork, you know.
I heard about this, yeah.
Yeah, so, man, I'm just glad I'm through with this. We finna be doing shows together. We talking about, you know, we got an album, and, you know, that's my nigga, that's my friend. I look at BG like a friend.
Yeah, I mean, Birdman's put us on the phone together. We were supposed to do something at one point. May not happen. You know, but I'm a fan. I mean, BG. I mean, it was hard. I mean, I'm not going to say that he was my favorite rapper on Cash Money because Juvenile was on fire in the beginning. But I liked him.
BG was for Juvenile on fire, though.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you were in Louisiana. See, I caught it after it became, you know, Universal Records.
Yeah.
So, you know, the first person you heard was Juvenile. But then when you start getting into it, and you start getting the BG albums, I'm like, yo, this dude is dope. Like, BG, I felt was more of like the street rapper. You know what I mean? I felt like Juvenile was more of the party dude.
Nah, all on was the street.
No, I know they were all street, but I felt like the lyrics
more hardcore.
Was more like grimy.
Yeah.
From BG.
Yeah.
You know, Juvenile's lyrics were more party, back that ass up. And...
Nah, you ain't on Juvenile catalog.
Well, no, I mean, you're right. Ha was pretty gangster.
Like, yeah. Man,
okay,
that nigga
fair
Juve
enough.
got some, hey, I ain't finna let you one dimension of Juve. That, them radio hits, that ain't shit.
No, that's true. No, you're right. Shit. No, you're right. Now that I think about it, you're right. I'll give you that. Yeah. But it just seemed like BG was more in the streets, and you could kind of see the way his life worked out. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
It seemed like, you know, he was just more deep into the shit.
Stay in trouble.
Yeah. And I felt like the music kind of mirrored that to a certain degree.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Listen, I love Juvenile. I've interviewed him before. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan. I'm a fan of everybody. But I'm just saying, from my point of view, that was like, I feel like the gangsters really gravitated towards BG a little more.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Not that I'm a gangster, because I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but it just felt like that's what he was going for.
Yeah. That's who us who get in trouble, them the ones we like the most, because we feel like them in and out of jail, them drugging and thugging, you know, that make them close to us. You know, they respect you more because they know this nigga here been through it. This nigga come from where I come from. I just saw this nigga at Circle K. I love this nigga even more now. You know, I just ran up on him, just ran him in the street. Oh, I love that nigga. Oh, he just went to jail too? Oh, that bitch back there. Nigga say that bitch solid back there. Oh, I love that nigga. This shit, you know, nigga be thinking, you know, I know the weak than peak, but nigga be thinking the ones who a lot of people respect still don't have that mojo. You know, people love you. They got people who really love us, who been through our struggle, who really love us different from anybody, you know, anybody contesting to love us like that. When they know you've been through it, it's a different kind of respect.
Did you know Soulja Slim?
Yeah, I knew Soulja.
Were you guys close?
I wouldn't say we were close, but we was doing shows together, you know.
Oh, okay.
I see him, give him some jiggers.
Some what?
You know, he'll give me some jiggers if we meet up at a show.
Well, what's a jigger?
X-Pit.
Oh, okay. Got it. When you found out he was killed, how'd you feel?
I was pissed off, bro. We had just did Monroe together. We had just did another show together. Cause at then we was like the ones in Louisiana, 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
That's like my days right there coming up when people was really starting to respect my music and love me. So we was on shows together, you know. And I was pissed off, I ain't gonna lie. I was pissed off.
Yeah, I remember I interviewed Juvenile, and we were talking about how Slow Motion was originally Soulja Slim's song.
Yeah.
But at the time, I don't think he was on a label. So I think he had left No Limit.
Yeah.
So he was sort of between deals. And Juvenile was hot at the time. So he was like, hey, let me give you this song and I'll just be featured on it. And then the Juvie the Great album comes out in 2003. It goes platinum. And you get your first #1 song with Slow Motion.
Yeah, and really wasn't my song, Soulja Slim's song. So technically, I never took credit for that record because my dude created it and it was supposed to be on his album. And he kind of like, he went to my brother and asked my brother to talk to me, like talk your brother into putting it on his album. I think it'd be a better look on Universal than the company he was signed to. So that's how that went. But that was pretty much Soulja Slim #1 single.
And I remember that song was like the soundtrack to that summer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember when I was hanging out with BMF, like that's all that was playing. Like, you know, when I think of that song, I think of BMF because it was like BMF was on fire and that song was like the soundtrack to that shit. And like, had he lived, he was really about to be a nationwide star.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he got killed over that situation.
Soulja, one of the coldest.
Yeah, he's dope.
One of the coldest to ever come out of Louisiana, bro.
Right.
And in penitentiary, niggas respect him. He a soldier. Niggas got love for him. You know what I'm saying? You know, I look up to him. You know, I stay riding him, me some Soulja Slim. You know what I'm saying? Like, then knowing he was really like that, I jokes with a lot of niggas was up there with him. You know, from the streets to the, you know, they took a real one, bro. Soulja be so big time right now.
Well, I interviewed Terrance Gangster Williams recently, and I brought his name up, and he actually said on camera how he got killed. Did you hear the story?
Nah.
Apparently, a situation happened where some dude, I guess, had owed some money, got kidnapped or something, and they tried to basically set his house on fire, and he managed to get out.
Let me tell you something. I'm about to tell you a story. I never told this story. I never said nothing about it because the dude's still living and the female, she's still living. It's this guy that was messing with she was Birdman, she was Baby Freak back in the day. And then I got hold of her. Then she started messing with this drug dealer. And she just set drug dealers up too. So she did some cutthroat stuff, talking behind his back. He had her cousin to get her to come to the house. She had her baby with her. They tied her up, they started setting her on fire, you know, trying to burn up and all that. They left the house. One of the guys that was there supposed to be watching her till they come back. Oh, they was going to dig the graves. That's what they was doing. So she was like, you gonna let him do this to me? And I looked out for you. I said, do this until the dude kind of felt a little bad. He left the door open. She ran out the house. She ran to the neighbor's house. She all burnt. She naked. She stay there. She make a phone call. One of the homeboys come pick her up. They see her. They try to chase her. Get away. The dude at the house, Slim, see what's going on. Slim got the gun. Dude running hide in the house. Slim set the house on fire. The dude kicked in the wall and got through the wall and got away. And that's why I believe Slim got killed. See, everybody was talking about masterpieces and this. The P had nothing to do with that.
Man, I don't know why bro. Niggas shouldn't be even talking about that. These niggas shouldn't even be talking about that. Gangsters shouldn't even be talking about that. Like, Let that shit go. You know how that shit go, man. I just watched BG Knockout just say these old niggas get up on here and just be talking like, you know, about shit. Nigga, you know how that shit go, man. You don't get up there and talk no other nigga motion or feel how it went down, you know. You got people, family still out there, man. You don't be doing all that, you know, like, you don't be doing all that, bro. You let that shit go.
Well, Terrance also interviewed Marlon Mike in prison.
Yeah, I heard.
But he didn't really get into anything serious, from what I understand. It was just a very kind of a lighthearted kind of how you holding up conversation. When you heard about that interview, what'd you think?
You know what I thought, man. This nigga trying to play with me or some shit, you know, he trolling. You know, I think a lot of times nigga be trolling, man, nigga.
Who, Terrance?
Yeah,
Yeah, he trolls a lot.
You know, that nigga probably don't, bro, that nigga, I feel like a lot of times he be trolling, but.
No, he does.
You know, whatever with Boosie, you gonna run into a brick wall, cause you know, I don't know if he might not know, but I'm really like that, bro. Like, you know, I'ma die being real, bro.
Well, did you hear in my interview? He said he actually admitted to killing 40 people.
How would you admit to that?
That's when he cooperated. And he basically, when he told on the other hot boys who were all dead, it was 40 murders altogether.
I don't believe none of that shit, man. I'm not saying nobody wouldn't step in, but when you cooperate with the federal government, I don't really believe nothing that the other person's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because you gonna say it how you want to say it. You know, them niggas was getting it in. Them niggas was getting it in. That's Louisiana, man. Like, shit ain't no game down there. Like, you know, like, they don't probably be talking about us, but Louisiana, we get down, bro.
I mean, he said something interesting. He said that during that time in Louisiana, well, in New Orleans, specifically, but you could probably say it's about Louisiana in general, is that most murders would just go unsolved. That the police really didn't investigate it. I guess there's certain rules where, like, if you pick someone up, if you didn't charge them at a certain time, you just had to let them go.
Yeah, 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months, exactly. And how things would happen in front of huge groups of people and no one would ever say anything. No one saw nothing. Was that the case in Baton Rouge too?
That's the era we was raised in.
Yeah. Before camera phones, before...
That's the era we was raised in, bro. Like I told you, nigga walked up on the first nigga I ever saw killed 9 years old and rolled up, you know, like, shit crazy. Ain't nobody never hold everybody out there. Ain't nobody never go to jail. That's that old law, man.
If you looked at the murders in your city growing up, what percentage led to actual convictions?
Back then, you had to be caught red-handed.
So what percentage? 50%? 25%? 10%?
Niggas wouldn't even going to jail like they going to jail right now. You know, like, you can, now you smash one, two people, you hot. You can get away back in the game with that multiple times. You know, because people respected the game back then. They don't respect the game now. You know what I'm saying? They thinking about that motherfucking Crime Stopper money. You know, niggas, they thinking that money will fuck your head up and make you call that Crime Stoppers money for that same dope dealer who then bought you stuff, took care of them kids, did all that shit. But now you're getting your feeling, you'll call them fucking Crime Stoppers and send them over there for $5,000.
That's how much they pay, $5,000.
No, I'm just saying what somebody would do.
Yeah. Well, I remember you did a tweet. You said, can y'all people from my city stop speaking on my name, all these local podcasts? Y'all really don't know what y'all are talking about. I know a lot of y'all mad and lonely. Bring me up. Go get you rich or respected. Some people go win, some people go lose. I won. I'm a whole nother level. It's 2025. Let that hurt go. Boss man. Is this referring to the Marquee thing?
What Mark?
There's a dude, I guess, from Baton Rouge that does
Oh,
some
nah,
interviews.
that's the crazy dude, bro.
Okay, because there's a dude named Marquee who apparently, I didn't see the interview, but a lot of people were commenting about this, who claimed that he knocked your tooth out.
Nah.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah.
Do you know who Marquee is?
Yeah.
Who is he?
He was a guy. He was a guy I used to hang with back in the game.
Okay.
And
was there any altercation between y'all two?
Yeah.
Okay. But he didn't knock you.
Nah, he ain't even dropped me.
Okay. But it was a fist fight.
Nah, he just came from the side and tried to sneak me, and the club broke it up.
Okay.
He hit me, but he ain't even drop me. He ain't swell me up or nothing.
Okay.
And he like 6'8".
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
You're about like 5'7".
5'7" and a half.
Okay. Okay. Well, apparently he's going around talking about he knocked your tooth out.
Not him. Nah, he can't do that.
All right. Well, thank you for clearing that up.
Oh, okay.
I interviewed Yung Bleu since our last interview.
Yeah.
And I had always said, and I'd been saying this like on tweets publicly, and he'd always caught this, was like, Yung Bleu's album was my favorite album to come out of the No Limit family. Now, he wasn't actually signed to No Limit, but I kind of felt like, he was sort of No Limit in his own way, because Master P and everyone was all over his album.
He had his own, he ain't sound like nobody.
Right. I love that album. My Balls and My Word,
Yeah.
I thought was the best project to come out
I
of
was
that.
listening to it yesterday.
Great album. Okay, and I'm going to say, and I'm being dead honest right now, that is my favorite album from the No Limit umbrella.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate that, man. Love you much for that, Vlad. Anytime you put it, if I don't see it, somebody send it to me. So when I say over 10 years, bro, I appreciate your love, respect, and support, man. Yeah, every time. Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, I've been saying this for years. I mean, listen, everyone has their own opinion, and some people might say it's Master P, some people might say it's Mystical, but for me, the album that I listened to the most over and over and over again was My Balls and My Word.
Yes, indeed.
Better Than Last Time, man, I love that song.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's favorites, man. Yeah, shouts out to Max Manelli, man. Absolutely.
Max Manelli, exactly, on that. And Keep It Real is my other favorite song on it.
Okay, yeah. That was like the theme, man. I was looking for something to capture the essence of Louisiana when Happy come with those banjos and different things like that. Yeah, that set it off for me. So, yeah, that's one of my favorites. Yeah.
And I never realized until I actually started doing research when we started getting ready for this interview is that you were originally signed to concentration camp.
Yeah.
How old were you at the time?
15.
Right.
Yeah.
And I guess when C-Loc, the CEO, went to prison, he sold your contract to Pimp C's Trill Entertainment.
Yeah.
How was that experience being on concentration camp?
Oh, it was, I'll never forget it. I mean, it was my first shine. You know what I mean? It was my first shine. I mean, I got so many memories. I'm talking about really thugging. I'm talking about really club to club, 15, 16, they protecting me, bro. I'm talking about, because all them they was a decade older than me.
Yeah.
Like all them was, so I was like they little nigga, you know.
You're the baby.
Yeah.
Well, didn't the first time called the youngest in the camp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first solo.
Yeah.
But I was on like 3 hours before that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but just features. Just features, and man, we really had some fun, bro, with concentration camp.
It seems like none of those dudes really get along anymore. Like Bleed and CeeLo, really don't talk. They haven't talked in like over a decade or something, and it feels like they had a real momentum.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
we was,
and it just sort of just fell apart at one point.
yeah.
From your point of view, what do you think happened?
The head fell off the snake. Loke went to jail.
Okay.
Loke went to jail for like, we couldn't do it without Loke. I mean,
But it was only like a couple of years though he went to jail for.
Max was recording me sometime, but
Max Minnelli's dope too.
we couldn't do it without Loke, bro.
Ah, okay.
We couldn't do it without Loke, bro. I mean, Loke did everything, bro. He set up the shows, he make the beats, he executive producing this motherfucker. Like, when Loke left, it was kind of like almost the end of it.
It's too bad. Because I feel like Yung Bleu never got to that height again. You know what I'm saying? He dropped more projects, but those first, that first album, like it never got to that again.
Right.
Unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, man, the magic happens because every team member does what they're supposed to do.
Right.
You take someone out the team, now people may think it's just them, but you start to see that it's not just that person. It's the whole magic that happens in the collaboration.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's too bad. It's too bad. They really could have been, a big force in the South.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean,
you would have stayed with them.
CeeLo Records, bro. They legendary.
Yeah. I mean, one of the members of Gucci Mane's new 1017 label passed away. Enchanting.
Yeah.
The girl. Have you ever met her?
I saw that. I don't think so.
And people started to kind of make this list that started to go viral. There was an update on all the original members of Gucci Mane's new 1017 label. Pooh Shiesty locked up. K. Shade dropped. Roboy dropped. Big Scar dead. Fujiano locked up. Enchanting dead. When you see, and I think they're trying to paint Gucci as like, oh, everyone's on his label, it doesn't work out. I mean, it is extremely hard.
If I was Gucci, man, that CEO shit, bro. If I was Gucci, I'm too different. I ain't gonna say nothing, but let me give motherfuckers a chance. But a nigga go do on their own, that's what they do on their own. We grown.
Yeah.
Don't put it on that man like that's his fault.
I completely agree.
Like, bro, come on, man, nigga giving you a chance. You probably wouldn't even know him to be a celebrity if he didn't give him a chance.
Oh, yeah, no, you could easily say that Pooh Shiesty would not be where he is on any level if Gucci didn't come in and co-sign and put that muscle behind him.
Bro, this shit
listen,
crazy.
Being a hip-hop CEO, I think, is the most...
CEO, your artist might turn on you.
The most thankless job ever.
Motherfuckers don't make the right records, they gonna blame you. Bro,
Every
this
time.
shit is crazy,
Look what you're going through right now.
Bro, this shit make you don't never sign a motherfucker again, dog.
And then you have that one artist that blows up, and then they turn on you and say you didn't do shit. And they don't deserve
I don't even want that.
You don't have to pay the amount that it's agreed upon.
I go get my own bag. I don't even want that on my legacy. You know what I'm saying?
You, man.
I'm giving people a chance who genuine, bro. Like, hopefully that'll help, but money make motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stop my CEO grind because I'm still getting paper from it. Common Tribe, he going crazy right now.
Oh, he's doing well.
Yeah,
he going crazy.
Yeah, he going crazy. Spiffy picking up. It's just,
Lil Blurry still around? Remember you brought him that one time?
Yeah, Blurry's still around, but we ain't under no paperwork no more.
Okay.
But Tootie, but my daughter, ain't no MC fucking with my daughter.
Poison Ivy.
Ain't nobody fucking with her.
We gotta get her on the show.
Nobody.
Next time I'm in
I'm listening to all these
Next
rappers.
time I'm in Atlanta, let's have Ivy come down and we'll do, we'll bring her in on the interview, maybe have her spit something.
Oh yeah, she ready.
She's ready.
She ready.
Yeah, man, listen, like being a hip hop CEO, because you know how many times people are like, yo, Vlad, you got a platform. Why don't you go sign some artists? And I tell people, I said, scratch off lottery tickets are almost always a better investment than trying to sign a new artist. You will make more money with scratch off lottery tickets as a whole than trying to put $50,000, $100,000 into a brand new artist and trying to get that artist to go from zero to making money. It's a thankless job. And 90% of the people you put your money behind will end up making no money. And the 10% who do something will end up signing a Rock Nation as soon as they blow up and turning on you. So I'm good. I'll be my CEO. I'm still doing the CEO thing. I'm cool. I don't need to have a whole bunch of artists doing that. And, you know, I've watched you go through it time and time again. And I seen the Yung Bleu situation. The one situation where you had something really start to make money, that money never came the way it was supposed to come. So, you know, I gladly stepped out the way. And to me, it was a good decision.
Yeah.
And shout out to the QCs and, you know, the TDEs that managed to really break the mold and do something huge. Yeah. Those are unicorns. Those are outliers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For every TDE, there's 1,000 D-boys who lost every penny they put into the music industry.
Yeah.
Trying to put on some hot rapper on their block.
Yeah.
Well, you have a new album out.
Yeah.
Called Russia.
Yeah.
This obviously hits close to home because I was born in Russia. It was Russia at the time.
Okay.
So was this like a Russian producer that you got?
Yeah. Yeah, he's from Russia.
So he still lives in Russia?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you guys ever met face to face?
Nah, we FaceTime.
Okay. How did you guys hook up?
I forgot. I think he sent me some beats in a DM. I mean, to my email in a DM.
Okay.
And I was like, who the fuck is this? And I reached out to him, and you know, he did a lot of that album Going Through Some Things.
Okay.
And he just, bro, he a fool. So I decided to name it Russia because the producer from Russia. And I'm a cold ass nigga.
Okay. And I'm sure, you know, him watching VladTV interviews, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Does he ever talk about me and stuff like that, considering we came from the same place?
If I tell him I'm going to do Vlad, he be putting fire behind it.
The first song on the Russia album is Letter to the LGBT. The lyrics are interesting. I told him not to cut his dick off. Now the whole world pissed off. Even mama mad at me. This is fucked up. Because I say it, I mean it. I don't give a fuck. Because I'm real about it. Saying how I feel about it. Now they're in my DM. They want to kill about it. Talk like they want to drill about it. A lot of people feel the same way I feel about it. I told that gender, get up out the pool. Them girls have been trained their whole life. They ain't trained just to lose to you. And then there's a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people feel my pain. I'm vouched for because we believe in traditional households. Adam and Eve, so Adam and Steve, and Eve and Erica. You know, you pretty much address everything.
Yeah.
Rappers painting their nails and toes, that's what women do. Playing gays, y'all support them, they pimping you.
Yeah, because, you know, all these artists are chasing the LGBT narrative to stay successful and to get money. They're using them. They don't feel their pain. They never been really called that. They never been had to deal with that inside. They doing it for their chicks. They doing it for their chicks. Now what they doing now is we gonna chase this gay narrative. Since everybody fucking with this, we gonna go everywhere we fuck with this. So now they gotta, you know, they flip it and chase the gay narrative to get them to do what? Spend their money. But the LGBT need to speak up. Like if you won't do all this shit that these women do, trying to take their money, take a dick. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like don't. Like these people supporting y'all, thinking y'all on the type of time they on, and y'all talking about them when y'all leave out the stadium. This shit a cold game, man. People seeing what to do now. They finna flip it on them just to get their money. They need to start calling their ass out. Nigga, you trying to chase and be gay? Bring your boyfriend to the awards and tongue kiss him, nigga. Yeah, they chase they, bruh. You ain't, bruh. That shit, and what I said about the gender, I feel, this how Boosie feel. Transgender should have their own school. They should have their own bathrooms. They should have their own sports league. Where's the motherfucker with the billions who gonna get them their own sports league? They need their own leagues because they understand each other. You know, you got a girl been training her whole life since she was 4 years old swimming. And you bring your big shoulder ass in there and break every damn record. It's not fair to these young women. These young motherfucking girls who did all this. And you bring your ass in there and just dominate everything. It's sad.
No, I agree.
They changing, they all in Planet Fitness, they changing. It's out of control. It's out of control.
Even Caitlyn Jenner, a.k.a. Olympic athlete Bruce Jenner, says that it's stupid for trans athletes to compete against female athletes.
Because he got daughters, he know.
Yeah.
You know, he was an Olympian.
Yes.
He knew how it would feel to, you know, go cross there and just dominate somebody, and you're a whole different specimen.
Specimen.
Your shoulders, you look like Incredible Hulk with a bob. You remember the Green Incredible Hulk?
Yeah, I remember the Green Incredible Hulk.
Like, it's not fair to these women, bro. Like, you know.
Well, they're saying, and you actually posted this, that a transgender athlete named Nikki Hiltz has qualified for the U.S. Olympic team.
I'm so
Are they actually allowing transgender athletes in the Olympics?
I don't know, but if they are, I'm so disappointed in the Olympics. I'm so disappointed. Next, they gonna have motherfucker biggest Wimby, a woman.
I just looked it up. Yes, trans athletes are allowed to compete in the Olympics if they qualify and meet the eligibility criteria set by the international federation.
That's fucking sad. Take me back to the fucking 90s.
The International Olympic Committee, the IOC, does not discriminate against athletes based on their gender, identity, or sex characteristics.
It's sad.
In November 2021, the IOC changed its guidelines to leave eligibility determinations to each individual sport. For example, transgender women are no longer required to lower their testosterone levels to compete. Look, the problem is that it's one-sided. Women who are born women who become trans into men do not compete in any sports with other men. It only goes one way. It's only people who are born men who become women that then compete in women's sports. It doesn't go both ways. It's therefore not fair.
It's gonna get brought to the thing by probably about 12 years from now, and they gonna end up denying it because they gonna have a motherfucker. Man, he gonna go play with the women, and he gonna be Shaq. He gonna be Shaq side.
Right.
And he gonna win 13 championships in a row.
Yeah.
In the NBA.
Yeah.
They gonna pass it to him. He gonna dunk on everybody. It gonna counterattack him. But it's the parents. Why the parents cross the world like all these damn athletes in this world? Why aren't the parents outside trying to challenge this shit for they daughter's legacy?
Do your girls play sports?
One of them.
What does she play?
Basketball.
Okay. You go show up to one of her games, and there's trans players on the opposing team. Do you tell her not to play?
I don't know. I don't know if I want to hurt her feelings or nothing like that. But I probably let her play, but afterwards, I would go to the head of the problem. I would go to the head of the problem and just let them know that, you know, it ain't gonna go down. You know, I couldn't sit up there and watch my daughter play against no man. I'll troll him the whole night. Hey, big back. Man, I troll him all night. That is a man. Oh, I troll him all night. Man, his daddy'll be fighting in the stand.
Well, you know what's interesting? I actually brought this up when I interviewed Gilbert Arenas when we talk about sports, is that now you have height surgery, right? You know, Bandman Kevo is now allegedly 6'8".
Man, I'm gonna die laughing. I see that dude, bro. If he's 6'8", I'm gonna fall on the floor laughing, bro.
He's allegedly 6'8" after getting height surgery. Now imagine when this hits the NBA. Because you could get like 6 inches.
I think if they raise them up 6 inches somehow, something else gonna be weak. Something else ain't gonna be right.
Well, you are right.
Because you gonna be built like, bro, I don't know, bro. I guess this a new...
It all depends on how
this
good...
This Expected Gadget shit. Everything from the thing coming back.
This is what I'm saying.
You remember Expected Gadget?
I remember Expected Gadget. Go
if
Gadget
they start
arm.
doing legs, what they
go
gonna...
Gadget legs.
Bro, what they gonna start doing next? Arms.
Yep.
Now you gonna have a motherfucker with a 14-foot wingspan. All they gotta do is put him in front of the goal.
Well, yeah.
Man, this world finna be fucked, all right?
But that's what I'm saying. So you got these cyborg, basketball
gadget.
players.
That's the only thing coming to mind.
Gadgets that are now, I mean, think about it, right? If you are 6'8", naturally, okay, let's put it like this. If you're 6'5", naturally, you're not just gonna get in the NBA. You got to be really good and 6'5".
Yeah.
But if you're 7 feet, you could just be okay. There's lots of 7-footers in the NBA that are not that athletic.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Wemby is sort of a unicorn who's hella tall and also can move and stuff like that. But think about it. If you suddenly can make yourself into a 7-footer, where you just walk up and just put the ball in the basket without even really jumping, I mean, yeah. If you get the surgery early enough, let's say you get the surgery when you're like 17, 18, and you spend 4 years working out your new legs and
have we seen anybody get this surgery?
We haven't. Well, I've seen some videos, but Bandman Kevo allegedly has gotten this surgery.
Man, I'm not finna go with that.
He's already got lipo, and you know what I'm saying? He's got like his, abs done and stuff like that. He claims that he's 6'8". Hold on, I think there's a picture. Hold on a second. Yeah, I mean, here he is, taller than everyone else. After his height surgery.
Man, I don't believe it.
I don't know if he's trolling or not.
Man,
I've interviewed Kevo before. He a cool dude. He's definitely had an interesting, set of life experiences. But I'm just saying, imagine the future when they've really, and think about it, at one point they might give you a whole foot.
The whole team 6'7" with a 14-inch. Man, that's aliens, bro.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna have
that's damn aliens.
7'5". 8 feet sometimes. Like,
Come
you know
on,
what I mean?
Bro.
Like,
they gonna have to stretch the court. The court gonna look like a football field. They gonna have to stretch the court. It's gonna be a new league.
Raise up the rims a little bit higher. But you're gonna have this, man, because it's not illegal.
Oh, man.
It's not illegal. Listen. They already do, you know what I mean? People have hip replacements. People put different rods in their legs and their arms. This is just the next step to that. I'm just saying, it's going to happen at one point, and they're going to possibly have to change the rules, but how can you really change the rules? They're not really cheating. But, I bet you're going to have this. You're going to have someone in the NBA who was 6'5" and is now 7 feet.
Nigga ain't gonna get no playing time at 6'4", come back 7'1".
Exactly. Suddenly they're a starter. $100 million contract. You know what I'm saying? Well, for $100 million, how many people be lined up for a surgery like that?
Yeah.
For $100 million.
They getting so much.
There's not
money.
too many 7-footers in the world. In the world. And suddenly you could do it. All you gotta be is, I'm 6'2". I can suddenly, I'm 6'8", 6'9". If they go a little higher, I might be 7 feet. Shit. I'm just saying. It's a different world. Well, speaking of basketball, Dwyane Wade is, they're saying he's coming out with a nail polish line. No comment?
I don't even gotta say nothing. The world gonna say it.
I mean, look, you have a gay daughter.
Yeah.
You can support your kids without having to go through all these extra steps and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you can still love your kids and be supportive. You know what I mean? Without having to start a nail polish line and start wearing dresses along with them and wear lipstick and, you know, wear wigs and whatever else. Listen, your son is trans, let him be trans. That's cool.
Yeah.
But to have to start a nail polish line, why? When you're a superstar athlete in your day, you got all the money you need, still making money, I'm sure. Your wife is making money. Like, what's the point?
I think you know the answer.
I don't know the answer. Oh, you think that the Dwayne's actually?
I don't know. I mean, you part of the movement. I mean, I don't like to say too much about those people because I don't want that to be in my motherfucking, when people think of me, they think of that, but a lot of people do, but I just, you know, he do what he do, he feel that's how he supported his, he just make me shake my head because, you know, I don't like that, bro, when, I don't know, might be living through, I don't know.
Well, Marc Jacobs had this photo shoot where Lil Uzi Vert was in it.
Yeah.
Wearing the dress.
Yeah. I was pissed.
Why were you pissed?
Because I wouldn't say, I mean, because I kind of fuck with, before he was doing it, I kind of fuck with him. But
Uzi's a dope rapper.
Yeah.
Let's just get that off the table. Like, he's not whack. He's a dope rapper. That album he did with Future was great.
I mean, I just don't agree with all this, like, you know, like all this shit these men be doing. It just be, you know, how somebody gonna ever raise a strong young man when you looking like a strong young woman? All these men who need to do that, your child looking at you. One day your child might ask you, Daddy, why you got on nail polish, all this stuff like mommy? You know, we gotta, the world is, these little kids are watching. These little kids are taking everything.
Yeah.
So, bro, it's just, I mean.
Now, he doesn't have any kids, but he is in a long-term relationship with JT.
I'm talking about whatever you do, it follows you.
Right.
It follows you. You gonna be, I'm just saying, Vlad, in this world today, what you do, you gotta focus on being real. Cause what you do, it gonna follow you. So when one day you have a son, Daddy, is that you? So what your son thinking now? I won't be like who?
Mom or dad? Or
Daddy.
both?
Mama already that way. But I won't be like Daddy. So you know what he gonna come up wearing? Cause it's cool, cause the person, your mama, your daddy, your first love. The first person you see with it, you go with it.
I wonder what JT thought of that photo shoot. Cause JT is very feminine. Like, she's very traditionally woman, even over the top. You know, her breasts are done, her ass is done, like she wears lots of makeup, her hair. She's very, you know what I mean? It ain't like he got like one of these like butch looking females with him, you know what I mean? Where you think that, you know, what's going on here? No, she's very feminine. And yet he's very feminine too. So how does that coincide?
I don't want to talk nobody relationship.
Fair enough. Yeah, man, I don't get it, man. I mean, look, I understand that you control your way to a certain point, and look, Young Thug was doing a lot of that in the beginning, but I felt like once he reached a certain level of popularity, he just stopped. You know what I'm saying? But Uzi's already up there. He's already one of the top rap artists. He doesn't have to do this. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, you can't, you know, people like what they like. I mean, you know, she a street bitch. You know, that's like one of them. I grew up around nothing but JTs, bro. Like, you know, opposites might attract, but, you know, I don't know. They usually be with I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak on JT, my man.
Yeah, well, it seems that the group is over, too. Because I remember there was some album.
JT doing her thing, too.
Yeah, she's doing her thing. She's dope.
Yeah.
She's dope. And there was like some album that came out where JT and Young Miami are on the song, and their names are listed separately, as opposed to featuring the City Girls. It's like featuring JT and Young Miami,
Yeah.
which kind of let everyone know that the group is over. On that same album, you have a song called Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Dope song, by the way.
Yeah.
And in the song, you said that you met King Von on the day that he died.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Really? Because you were supposed to be at that party.
Yeah.
I know that, but I didn't know you actually met him that day.
Yeah, in the mall.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that conversation go?
Love, respect, love.
You liked him when you met him?
Yeah. You know, I like them little niggas. I like all them little niggas who I take a liking to them, bro. Both sides. I mean, Quando, I mean, all them niggas. I vibe with niggas who been through what I've been through. It's just like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. I don't know if, you know, I be wanting them to win more, Vlad. The ones who really been in the dirt, I want them to win more, bro, because I know they struggle, you know.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, King Von. We were supposed to interview him. I was a fan of his music. Fucked up situation. And you could have potentially been there. You could potentially have gotten shot by a stray because other people died.
Yeah.
I think this dude Slutty, he died. He got shot, I think, by the police. Track, he got shot. You know what I'm saying? You could have been right there in the midst of a shootout.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got lucky.
Yeah. It's God, it ain't luck.
However you want to look at it, man.
Look.
Speaking of Young Thug, his kids posted a song. You heard this?
Yeah.
And one of the lyrics is, and Gunna gonna get whacked if you don't leave LA. And they're talking about smoking ops and getting away with bodies and all types of other shit. Kids like they're about 10 years old, 10 or 12 years old. When you saw that, what'd you think?
I just smiled, laughed at it.
You got kids around that same age, right?
Yeah.
If they did a song like that, where they're talking about smoking ops and all types of stuff.
I mean, I don't be knowing what my kids be doing. My kids probably be down there in the studio, but I mean, when your dad gone, bruh, kids
running wild, basically.
No, they hurt.
Oh yeah.
They hurt.
Yeah.
And they know the kids be knowing what's really going on. Pop's gonna let them know what's really going on. You know, like, I used to have real conversations with my daughter, Ivan, like real shit, like telling her this nigga ain't right, that nigga from jail, Ivan, don't fuck with, you know, like, you know, I don't know what he got with his kids, but with my kids know my secret. You know?
Well, then Gunna got called a rat at the BET Awards red carpet. You see that video?
Yeah.
You still feel the same way about Gunna?
Like what? Did he tell?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
But it seems like right now, and number one, he did an interview where he basically said that he's still signed to YSL. The paperwork hasn't changed. His money's still, you know, they still get a piece of what he does. And it seems like his career is actually bigger than it ever was. In fact, I feel like that whole, you know, yes ma'am video almost made I don't even gonna say almost. I think it did make him bigger. Because I remember his solo records reacting the same way.
Him telling?
Yeah. I think it was promo.
That's on them what they got going on. I just feel like it's a kick in the face to Thug.
What do you think of OJ being honored at the BET Awards?
I ain't even see it. They honored him?
Well, yeah. They kind of mentioned all the people that passed, and they had OJ Simpson as one of the people. And it caused a whole back and forth. Like Stephen A. Smith said something, and then my man Faison Love responded, and the two of them kind of went back and forth. And I think like my man Willie D also went back and forth with them and stuff like that. I personally didn't give a shit. You know, if they want to, you know.
Yeah.
If they want to honor a prominent black figure who was a beast on that field, Heisman winner.
Yeah.
Massive football career, had a career in Hollywood and stuff like that. He went to trial and he won.
Right.
He was not guilty of the murders. Okay, cool. Do I see the other side? Yeah. Do most people feel like he killed those people? Yeah, they do. So some people might feel pissed off about it. I personally think BET was just trolling. They knew what they were doing when they put that shit out there.
Yeah.
You know? But I did, I kind of jumped in the mix a little bit. I said, okay, everyone's arguing about this now. So I did a poll. I said, do you think OJ would be honored at the BET Awards if he was accused of killing a black woman and a black man, as opposed to a white woman and a white man? And it was like 50-50. 50% said yes, 50% said no.
Like I told you, I grew up, I was go. We was all in for OJ, That's just how I felt about OJ, I ain't kind of really feel no way till I was watching some shit and I was watching one of them ID Discovery channels and it was like the real stories and shit from the family and it said, OJ said he ain't black, he OJ.
Yeah.
And that kind of made me feel like, I had to start Googling it. Like, did he really say this? Like,
Yeah. Jay-Z did a song, The Story of OJ, where he says that.
Like, I was like, man, brother, I felt like it was a kick in the face because I was really in tune when that was going on. And I saw how my family and everybody would be crowded in that back room cheering on OJ and these all black people, bro. So.
Well, look, I think they did it on purpose. The ESPYs just happened. They didn't honor him at the ESPYs. I think BET knew what they were doing. They knew they would cause a whole bunch of stir and they'll ultimately bring a lot more attention to the BET Awards next year.
Yeah.
Everybody trolls.
OJ gonna always be a legend,
Yeah.
He's a point in history.
Yeah.
What was ESPYs, right? That's the sports.
Yeah.
What he did in sports makes him a motherfucking celebrity. Regardless, how many motherfucking skiers or anybody else who done killed their motherfucking child or been accused? We don't look at it from both ways. We don't look at that shit from both ways, bro. The world and social media got everybody fucked up how you should feel about your own people. When I left the last show, you got people DM me talking about, Boosie, you ain't shit because you'll sit right there and let your friend beat a woman and woo from, remember how?
Yeah, we talked about that, yeah.
How I am, bro, how I was raised, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this, a lot of people might not like this. I wouldn't give a damn if I beat my bitch. I'm still standing up for my partner. If he beat his bitch, that's they shit. That's how we was raised in the ghetto. I'm not gonna sit up here and say that when I saw my uncle beat his bitch, that I didn't want to hang around him. We were cooking dope the same night.
Yeah.
It's just a new day and a new day in time. But how I was raised, if you beat your bitch, that's your problem. It never made me say you're not my friend anymore. That's what I stand on. I always stand on wrong or wrong, right or right, you my friend. And I probably was raised a fucked up way. Let's keep it real. Everybody in the world need to start facing reality. If you got love for somebody, you care about all they got going, I don't give a fuck what goes down. I don't give a fuck what's going down. That's still gonna be my friend. How many friends you got who really your friend after they didn't fight? After you done seen him go through 13 women fighting. But guess what? That's still my friend.
Yeah.
Women need to shut the fuck up too. Because women, it's the same thing. What you watching your girl cheat go from dick to dick. Got this nigga beefing with this nigga beef. Bitch scamming the lady at the mall, bitch scam, but all y'all scam.
But that's still your bestie.
But that's still your motherfucking bestie.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point.
You ain't gonna cut off.
That's a good point.
And you ain't supposed to, cause that's fucking love. How many niggas she done went through and you right there. That's how the world is fucked. They got you thinking you should dream. So when a mama, son kills somebody, she not supposed to go see him in jail?
True.
You talking about some Diddy shit. If a mama's son kills somebody, is it wrong? Social media will fuck you up. It's love before that. If it's love, all they gonna come back around. So would I leave? Stop fucking with my friend cause fuck no.
What would one of your kids have to do for you to disown them?
I mean...
Okay, I'll help you along with this. If one of your kids killed one of your other kids, would you disown the kid that did it?
I'm not finna even speak that on my name. I'm not finna.
Okay.
Yeah.
If one of your
Words
kids...
of power.
Okay. If one of your kids...
If one of my kids kills somebody, I'm going to trial with them. I'm going to trial with them. I'm going to give them the best lawyer. I'm going,
If one of your kids shot you over an argument,
yeah,
would you disown him?
Yeah, but probably, you never know how I go with children. But shit, I'll disown him.
Okay.
He'll have to do some motherfucking begging and, cause I get on my churn ass for the slightest thing.
Okay. Evander Holyfield. I think I may have mentioned this in one of my last interviews with you. You know the house that Rick Ross lives in now, right?
Yeah.
That was Evander's house.
Yeah,
He lost that house because his sister took out a second mortgage behind his back, and by the time he found out, he lost the house.
Yeah.
One of the family members borrowed money off my house.
Wait. One of your family members took a second mortgage on a house they didn't own.
Right.
Wow. How much did they take?
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah. And so with me, I said, oh, well, okay. So I said, that's it. That's because it was kind of sad after my mama passed. Now everybody want to steal from me.
Wow.
And so it was one of them things that I didn't want to call them out and all this because they was old. Like, I'm the youngest one in my family, and so the respect that I had for them, because they were almost like a mama, because they were that age, and because they had kids my age, like this. So my whole thing is that I realized that I wasn't going to put them in jail or anything.
Oh, I would have put him in jail.
I'm saying, but my whole thing, I wasn't going to do that. My whole thing is that I made too doggone much money to stoop that low to do that to them.
If one of your kids took out a second mortgage at Boosie Estates and you lost Boosie Estates because of one of your kids, because they had a gambling problem or something. You know what I mean? They got into it. The only way to get out of it was Boosie was going to lose his house. And you had to go move to an apartment somewhere to go live. You disowned your kid.
You speaking fantasies, bro.
It's not a fantasy. Evander Holyfield lives at the house that you recently performed at by his own sister, and he never pressed charges. People are just people. And you can love a person all they want, but some people are just fucked up people.
Yeah. I agree with
and
that.
some of them, and all of them have parents, right?
Yeah.
No one just popped up on this earth on their own. They got parents. A lot of them have siblings. A lot of them have kids.
Yeah.
They're all fucked up people.
And you gotta just try to get them out your life. That's what we gotta do in this world. You gotta get them out your life, bro. You gotta learn to let people go.
So you disown your kid if you lost Boosie estates.
I ain't gonna never disown my kid. I mean, I'll do it for a minute. I ain't gonna lie, cause I curse my kids out. I'm a hands-on dad, so I mean.
But I can see how it's churning in your head right now, how fucked up of a situation. Because, I know how much you love your house.
Yeah.
How much of your life you put into it. How hard you had to work.
Yeah.
And how much you've built. Imagine. And your house is smaller than Evander's house.
Yeah.
Your pool ain't as big as that pool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, to lose that house, because your trifling ass sister, who's now dead, by the way, went behind your back and took out a bunch of money illegally and forged your signature and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
hurt. That's why I'm steady buying land, building more shit. Like,
right.
You learn from your mistakes.
Young Thug's case is now on hold because Thug's lawyer filed a motion to recluse the judge over the secret meetings and stuff like that. And then Young Thug's lawyer got arrested at one point in court.
Yeah.
Said that he would serve his time in the jail cell with Thug.
Yeah.
This is now the longest criminal trial in Georgia state history at 18 months and counting. It's nowhere near done. It's going to go into 2025.
That's crazy.
Is this the craziest shit you've ever seen in the court system?
It's definitely a movie.
Yeah.
This shit is a real movie, man. All you need to rent out is a courthouse. You can shoot this whole this shit is a movie, bro.
Yep.
What's going on in court, this shit.
It's a comedy. You know what I'm saying? If it's a movie, then it's a comedy. YSL Woody's on the stand, fired his lawyer on the stand, told one of the lawyers that they stink. Like, it's a whole thing, man. What's your take on YSL Woody?
I mean, I don't want to speak on them niggas. I don't want to speak on them.
Do you think that this will actually get to a jury verdict, or do you think it's going to be a mistrial and they'll have to start all over again?
I don't know. I think Woody, he doing what he supposed to do, bro. He doing what he supposed to do, bro. I don't really know what was said about him, but however he getting up there right now, he doing what he supposed to do, bro.
Yeah, he's all over the place. I think ultimately he's not a very credible witness, which I think is probably in his intentions as well. And yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. But speaking of trials, there's a trial you actually went to at one point. The YNW Melly trial is now set for October 2025. How was the vibe of that trial when you went?
Just learning. It's when you go to trials, you gonna learn. When I sit in my trial, learn about so much shit. All you gotta do is listen and you gonna learn. When I was going to Melly trial, I just was learning so much shit, bro. I think I could be a motherfucking defense attorney or some shit. Like, bro, like, I like going to motherfucking and listen to all that shit. It sharpen you up on so much shit, Vlad. It's like, you would probably have to be a old criminal to feel me right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad that he's been locked up for what, like 5 years now?
Yeah, Nelly, even Joseph.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's fucked up. You would think that after the first mistrial, they'd give a bond at least, but no.
Florida play different.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen nothing like this. You don't get bonds, you don't get Florida don't fuck around.
There's now a grand jury underway for Diddy, and he's under federal investigation in New York. His mom is in the hospital now. I don't know if you heard about that. How do you think this Diddy thing will work out? Do you think he's going to get charged? Or do you think that he's got enough money that they're too scared to actually charge him? Because he's going to have the best defense.
I don't know. God know. I don't know. Man. It's just a mess right now, you know. That's basically it. It's just a mess everywhere right now, and Cassidy's side don't sound too happy. I know she ain't got no $30 million now. She probably got.
I heard she got a few million. That's what I heard.
Now for them, they turned up. They won't see him. If you got $30 million, man, you won't turn off the TV.
Yeah, I mean,
you won't go on trips. You ain't worried. Bro, they want some get back. I think. I don't know. Somebody got. She ain't acting like she got no $30 million.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a picture of Diddy like whitewater rafting, and her lawyer made a comment, said, you know, this won't help Diddy prepare for the choppy waters in his future, or something like that.
Yeah.
And my thing is like,
a paid lawyer, successful lawyer who he ain't tripping on that. If you got cut right, I don't think he got cut out the loop too somewhere. I'm telling you how it be.
Well,
bro.
no, if he was representing her, he got a percentage of that settlement. That's how it works.
That's what I'm talking about.
See,
it wasn't big enough when you think about it. I'm telling you.
See,
I know how people act. Your actions go on what's hurting you.
I got you.
Actions are a motherfucker with people. All you gotta do is watch them. I'm telling you, once that shit start getting dry, and you gotta pay taxes for something or whatever.
Well, no. Well,
if you get it from there, that's tax free.
It's tax free because it's an injury situation. In injuries, you don't pay tax.
Okay, but when you take this and you realize that you could have had shit 200 if you waited for 6-7 months if you got a will and deal.
Yeah, see, but to me, like a book that changed my life is The 48 Laws of Power. Did you read it?
Yeah.
One of the things that I always think about when dealing with people and dealing with conflict is one of the laws is when you win, you don't go past your mark. If you beat somebody, you stop. You don't rub their face in it. You don't spike the ball. You don't clown them. You stop. Because that's how you could turn a victory into a defeat. You're going to piss the person off to the point where they're going to crash out. Cassie won. She settled. She accepted whatever they agreed upon. She should be quiet at this point. She won. Okay? And her lawyer should shut the fuck up too. They got what they set out to do. If they felt after the fact that they should have negotiated more, whatever. They negotiated, they signed the contract. They shouldn't say anything else. Because there's a reasonable chance that she may have done something illegal along the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? During the course of this alleged sex trafficking, these drugs, prostitution, whatever else, she may have been a participant in this whole situation. And she may not get immunity all the way, depending on what she did. She might go and piss Diddy off to the point where he's like, okay, well, if I'm going down, you're going down with me too. You want to make these little jokes about whitewater rafting? Okay, we're all going to go down together. Fuck it.
I mean, it's just the world done changed, and we done let us not. The world done changed, bro. You know, sex trafficking, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers that have a sex trafficking in charge who a rapper. If you count flying bitches in to have threesomes.
Right.
You know how many niggas that flew bitches in to have threesomes?
Yeah. It's happening right now.
The world in fucking changed. They got 5, 6 of them on Southwest Airlines right now.
They're on Spirit right now.
You know, you got the bad bitches, they in first class. When they get off the black trucks, pick them up. Like, you know, like,
yeah.
You know, that's the life of a boss.
Yeah.
I mean, the world just done changed. You just can't really do shit no more. Like, you know, like, the world done changed.
Yeah. I remember hearing this one lawyer, he was a celebrity lawyer, that basically said back in the day, celebrities would actually get a pass when it comes to the law. You know what I mean? Things would kind of get brushed on the table and they would try to protect them to a certain degree. Now they're more of a target when it comes to the law.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Because now Diddy's also being sued for sex trafficking by a former porn star who's claiming that he made her boyfriend give him head. Oh, you know something? And I remember TMZ did an article, this porn chick, right, who's suing Diddy, for people who want to do an interview with her. She wants 2 first-class flights and then 2 other flights for her attorneys. They have to stay in a 4-star hotel. She also wants hair, makeup, and wardrobe. and all this other shit, just to do an interview about this shit. Like, yo, Vlad, I'm not paying this shit. Fuck all that. This whole thing, I don't even know if it's true or not. But yeah, this is what's happening. People are using these lawsuits to get free vacations.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I don't know, but I will tell you this. The thing that kind of bothers me a little bit is that everyone is looking at Cassie as this victim and this poor girl. Whereas, at least in hip hop, if you ever mention Megan's name, free Tory, you're a liar. Oh, you're a scammer. You lied about it, whatever. And Megan got shot. But I guess, like, I remember me and Lunell were talking about this. Cause Megan looks like, you know, like someone that could probably beat up Tory, because Tory's like 5'3". That they're looking at her like, well, she can take care of herself, whereas Cassie's looked at this like fragile flower and, oh, this poor girl. But I feel like you should be consistent. If you feel sorry for Cassie, you should also feel sorry for Megan. But that's just not the case these days. Why do you think that is?
That's a good question. I mean, that's a good question. That video fucked up a lot of shit for...
Yeah, when that video came out, whatever support Diddy had, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then since then...
Still be my friend.
What's that?
If that was my friend, it still be my friend.
Yeah, you said that last time. Eddie Murphy just got married.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that white girl. Paige.
Oh, I ain't know that.
Yeah, they've been together for like 6 years.
Yeah.
My man, Tyson Beckford, that was his ex. You know, the model.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The model?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Eddie's got 10 kids.
Congratulations, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. How many do you have now?
8.
8.
Yeah.
You got 2 to catch up. You got a few years.
Yeah. It's just, I feel like all the successful men,
yeah.
Most of the successful men.
Yeah, look at Elon Musk. He has more kids than you, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and him have the same birthday, by the way. You said that Eddie Murphy is the best actor ever. All right, so here we go.
He's one of them. He's top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Did you watch Beverly Hills Cop 4?
Yeah, I saw it.
I didn't like it.
Everybody telling me that, like, that was mostly in my DM. They were Boosie. Did you see that last movie?
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I mean,
I didn't like it. And I was a big fan of the other movies. I saw
Them were
Beverly
my
Hills Cop.
favorites. Them were my.
Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah,
That was my introduction to Eddie Murphy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're a little younger than me. Yeah, I can see that.
That was like, that was everything.
Okay.
You know.
Did you like Beverly Hills Cop 4?
By me liking Eddie Murphy so much, I try to make myself like it.
Compare it to the other Beverly Hills Cops. Last place. Although when I said
it wasn't bad though, bro. It wasn't bad. It's just they were so good. Like
a lot of
what
people
you ain't like. I like the storyline was pretty good.
Yeah, it was okay.
What you ain't like? That black girl acted her ass off.
Yeah, his daughter.
Yeah.
I just feel like
you ain't, bro. I'm telling you what
they
said.
It didn't have those moments.
Okay.
Banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah.
You know, the whole, you know.
He was saying a few funny things.
Going to the hotel, you know, pretending to be Michael Jackson's, you know, the writer for Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, not getting to the hotel, hustling his way into the free rooms and all that. Like, I just felt like it was a money grab for Eddie. That's how I felt. Okay, they're going to give me this huge check to do this 4th movie in this huge franchise. All right, I'll do it. I'll show up. I'll do it. But like, I'm going to name my 3 favorite Eddie Murphy movies. We'll see if you and I are on the same page. Number 1, Boomerang. Number 2, Coming to America. Number 3, Trading Places.
Okay, I'm gonna name my 3.
Let's go.
Number 1, Coming to America.
Okay.
Number 2, Harlem Nights.
Okay.
Number 3, Golden Child.
Golden Child. That's one that people don't mention a lot.
That's a motherfucker right there.
I like Golden Child, but I wouldn't put that in my top 3.
That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. Bro.
Okay.
That dude funny. All
right. I mean, listen, it's your opinion, and that's the end of it. You know what I'm saying? What's your take on the Hawk Tuah girl?
I ain't on that shit. I just been seeing it across the town.
You never seen Hawk Tuah girl?
I seen her, but I don't know what they talking about.
Hold on a second.
What is a Hawk Tuah?
Oh, yeah, I'll show you.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Oh man, it sounds like she from down south.
Yeah, she's talking about spitting on dicks. That's actually what she's famous for.
Okay, Hawk Tuah. I've been seeing that shit. I ain't knowing what the fuck I'm looking at.
Well, I'm glad I introduced you to the Hawk Tuah girl.
At first, I thought they were talking about her ass or something.
No, she's talking about spitting on dicks.
Oh, okay.
There you go. People are becoming famous for all types of shit these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it almost reminds me of the whole Bad Baby situation. You know, the Catch Me Outside.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that nigga fucked her up.
Yeah.
Damn, I saw that.
Gave her a black eye, her baby daddy. Gave her a black eye. And let me tell you something.
That's worse than a black eye. That black
he fucked her up.
Nah.
He fucked her up. But let me tell you, just recently, she just posted up how much she's made off OnlyFans in 3 years that she's been on there. $57 million. $57 million. Her baby daddy fumbled the biggest bag that he will ever see in his entire life. Period.
Yeah, somebody gonna catch her and marry her.
Oh, yeah. The fact that he could not be on his best behavior for someone who has made $57 million that you have a baby with, I don't care how crazy she acts. That's $57 million that you're a part of forever.
Nah, bro. Real shit. And that's sad for her, you know, just think how she feel. All that damn money and ain't got peace, and you going through that?
Yeah.
We gotta work on finding our peace. If they ain't right for you, they don't need to be wrong. If you don't find your peace with this money ain't gonna mean shit. This money gonna tear you down.
Yeah.
50 all that damn money and she gotta go through that shit.
$57 million.
Yeah,
I'm just showing your ass.
You is a treasure.
Yeah.
You gotta watch who you fuck with. Nigga would kill you, then kill theyself.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you on that level.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody ain't gonna want you to go. You know what I'm saying? So I saw that, I was like, damn, he fucked up.
Yeah. Did you hear the story about Lil Durk's 10-year-old son shooting his stepfather?
Yeah.
That's a crazy story. So apparently what happened was this dude, I guess, has a daughter with Durk's baby mother. They got into an argument. I guess the baby mother has all types of issues where he actually has custody of their daughter. And I guess they get into this argument, and Durk's mother pulls out a gun herself. And he's trying to wrestle the gun out of her hand, and he has a gun on him himself also. And I guess during the argument, his gun drops, and Durk's son picks up the gun and shoots him in the stomach. And I guess the son is probably just trying to protect his mom.
Yeah, that's it.
But now he gets shot in the stomach, and he actually says, I still love him like my own, and I can't believe this would actually happen, and whatever. I mean, when you hear something like that, what do you think?
We was talking about that shit. I forgot what we was talking about. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know their situation. I don't really know their situation. I just know that I can't even whoop no other man kids. I don't give a fuck if it's my stepkid or nothing. I can't whoop no other man kid.
Well, he wasn't whooping on the kid.
No, I'm just saying, just me being a stepdad, you know, like I don't raise them like I raised my own.
Yeah, I mean, listen, T.K. Kirkland said that, you know, he pissed off a lot of people, but I understand where he's coming from. He said that no man should be a stepfather. That's just too much responsibility. That's someone else's kid. And, you know, me personally, I've never been
believe in that. I feel like you can come in people's lives and, you know, fill that void. You know, everybody ain't got no daddy. They got some stepdaddies who been better than daddies.
Well, that's true. Shaq's dad. Shaq's stepdad.
Like, bro,
yeah.
we can't take away this stepdaddy. This is a whole different grind. You know what I'm saying? When you stepdad and you buying the same shit that you buy for your stepdaughter for your daughter. Yeah. When you develop a love for a child, that should be locked in.
Have you ever been in a serious relationship with a woman with kids?
Yeah.
Have you taken a stepdad kind of role?
Yeah.
And how was it?
He came back and stayed with me.
Okay.
For this year.
Okay. All right. I've never been there. Like, I've just never really dated women with kids when I was younger.
Yeah.
But then again, I didn't fall in love with someone like that to the point where I had to just, okay. You know, but I understand, man, listen, however, you know, I mean, but that shit gets crazy. I mean, did you see the video of Polo G's mom shooting at her daughter?
Yeah, I saw it.
What you think of that?
I just shook my head, you know. I'm like, just shook my head.
And from what I understand, I guess, well, the mom said that the daughter came over, she was intoxicated, and I guess she was attacking her and destroying some property and whatever else. I mean, can you imagine shooting a gun with one of your kids in the vicinity over something they did?
Nah, I ain't shooting at them.
I can't imagine either. I don't care what happens.
I ain't shooting at nobody. Not my children. You shoot at your children.
Well, I just showed you the trailer to that new Netflix documentary, The Man with 1,000 Children.
I can't wait. I'm going to watch that tonight. You got 1,000 children, you a fucking alien. Hey,
yeah.
bro, I gotta watch this story.
Yeah.
Really?
We're actually flying him in. I'm about to do an interview with him in a few days. We got in contact. He, they respect the platform, and I'm about to talk to him.
1,000 kids. I'm finna start my own school.
Yeah?
I get 1,000. If I made 1,000 kids, I want all my children to go to the same school. A children full of.
Well, according to the documentary, they're saying that he has about 3,000 children.
I don't see how that's possible.
Why is it impossible? One, you could nut in a cup, and that could make 100 kids.
Yeah.
Just like that. A healthy ejaculation could contain between 40 million and 500 million sperm. So I'm just saying, a low sperm count is 15 million. That's a low sperm count. So I'm just saying, a lot of this is done in vitro, right? So it's kind of like you go in the cup, and then they take the sperm, and then they take the woman's egg, and they in a lab they can create, the embryo and then put it back into the woman. So yeah, 3,000 kids is actually very easy because he's
just going around nutting in the cup.
Nutting in the cup all around the world. This country, that country, Kenya, fucking France, Italy, Great Britain. He was from Amsterdam.
Wait, damn, he got a fetish for that?
He got a fetish.
Oh, he hustling. He finna.
I think a little of both, right? I think he's been able to support himself.
Damn.
And yeah, places like Kenya, where, I guess there's not a lot of like white men, they'll fly these dudes in and just have them, just basically milk them for like a week or two. Just have them just jack off. Then they go and get all these, Kenyan women pregnant with mixed babies.
Damn. It's crazy. I gotta watch that.
Would you do that?
Kid.
If I told you that you could have 100 kids, 1,000 kids, all of them half Boosies.
I sure would take it to consideration.
You would take the consideration. And that's the thing.
I just need more money because I won't give my kids. I don't want it to just be. That's a sick fetish to just have all fucking 1,000 kids. That's a sick fetish. Hey.
See, what happened was at the end of the documentary, a bunch of the women, because the thing is he was doing it like in small areas. Like in the Netherlands, there was literally hundreds of kids that were like his. So there was a fear that there'd be inbreeding, that as the kids would get older, they would start dating each other, not knowing they're related. You see what I'm saying? You go and meet this.
I wouldn't do it.
See what I'm saying? You go and meet this girl. You meet this girl, and what they say is like, when you meet a sibling that you don't know is your sibling, and they kind of look at you, you have this sort of connection that some people mistake as love. But it's really a sibling connection, then you'll end up having sex with that person and have kids, and the kids.
I don't hear about that freaky shit. I don't mean no harm, Vlad. That's freaky. I don't want to hear about no.
Right, because the kids end up inbred, and then they have all types of messed up.
Yeah. Shit no.
Mental disabilities. They're born with two heads. Like all types of weird shit. But yeah, he allegedly has 3,000 children. And at the end of the documentary, a bunch of the women that he had kids with took him to court. And, in the trial, he basically told the judge, he was like...
I mean, he ain't got no choice but to be a deadbeat.
Well, right. In the trial, he basically said, listen, I am what you call a donor plus, where I offer myself availability to the women if they want me to be in their lives, their children's lives, and I'm looking forward to going to their graduations. And the judge said, it isn't possible for you to go to 600 graduations. Because at the time, that's what they accused him of having 600 children at the time. It's actually more, but he's like, there's not possible for you to go to 600 graduations. So he was found guilty. And the judge basically said that from here on in, every child he has, he'll be fined 100,000 euros, which is about $100,000.
Oh, okay.
So he's not legally allowed to have children anymore. But really, no one could really stop him if he wants to, so, But you would do it or you would not do it?
Nah.
Nah?
You just made me say everybody be, that shit, nah, I wouldn't fuck with it.
Trump recently at a rally, he got, they're saying that gunshots went off. This is actually happening while we're talking.
Oh, okay.
And recently, Umar Johnson was on Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
And he said that blacks who like Trump suffer from slave master and white Jesus syndrome.
Yeah.
You agreed?
Somewhat.
Explain why.
I mean, I follow that brother, and when he speak, bro, you gotta listen, man. You gotta, it's just, he made me realize that everybody who bring Trump up say the same thing. All my people, like, they say the same thing, bro. I was like, damn, I just heard this shit. Like, everybody, all my people, I'm gonna keep it real. They say the same thing. Trump gonna give us money.
That's all it is?
I'm just telling, I'm gonna keep it real, like, most of my people, they be like, niggas, everybody, they be like, Trump was getting them checks, so,
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to win.
Yeah, I'm not voting for neither.
Neither one? Yeah, I mean, it's a tough call now because Biden looks like he's just not there anymore.
Yeah, Biden act like Biden saying all the wrong shit.
No,
like
he called Kamala Harris Vice President Trump.
Yeah, he might have dementia.
He introduced the Ukrainian president, Zelensky, as President Putin.
He probably ain't getting enough rest, man. He keep fucking up. He doing that.
I just think he's too old, man. Like, he's just, I just think he's just not there anymore. He's not the same guy that we voted for 4 years ago. Look at the debate from 4 years ago and look at the debate now. It's like a totally different human being.
Yeah.
And you want him to go 4 more years? I just say let Kamala Harris run.
That's what I say,
I think
too.
she has a reasonable chance.
Let's make history.
Let's make history.
Let's
let
make
a black
history
woman
again.
president. Boom.
Let's make history again.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'd rather see Kamala.
I'd rather vote for Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
If Biden is running, I probably just won't vote. If Kamala Harris is running, I'll vote for her.
I mean, I think it's gonna be a close election.
Not if Biden runs. I think it'll be a blowout.
I don't know.
If Biden runs, I think Trump will blow him out.
I don't know, man. I mean, it wouldn't really matter to me. I mean, I try to take my shit off that worldly shit. If you thinking about all that worldly shit, that shit'll stop your grind. You gotta focus on your grind.
True.
Fuck what's going on with a president. You gotta figure out whatever situation it is that under this president, you gotta figure out how to go get that bag. Stop worrying about what's going. Like, is this gonna determine that? You gotta focus on your hustle.
True. Let's talk about sports for a second. Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that racist rant?
Yeah.
He said, I hate N-words. I'm anti-black. Bring George Floyd back to life and kill that N-word again. At the end of that, he was expelled by the WBC.
Yeah.
He apologized. He said he's going through substance abuse. He's going to go to rehab. Do you go to rehab for saying the N-word? I mean, is that something you can rehab yourself out of? Or are you just racist? When you heard that, what'd you think?
I felt he was racist when I heard it. And, I just met Ryan at the football thing, Pro Bowl thing.
Oh, you met him?
Yeah, we took a picture and everything. Just when people talk like that and, I don't want to fuck with you.
So you wouldn't take another picture with him?
I mean, I wouldn't press on it. But
if he walked up to you, Boosie, let's take another photo. Right now,
Yeah,
you walked in the room.
Nah, I'll take one with him.
You still take one
I'll
with
take
him?
one with him. I'm talking about as far as, like, you know, I wouldn't.
So a dude that says that he hates.
It just make me feel a certain type of way about you. You know, it just make me feel a certain type of way about you. You know, you could never be around nothing I got going on and I trust you. You know, basically like that. And man, you know, some niggas you'll meet him, you'll vibe with him, get his number, hit him up, y'all chop it up. You know, once people do that, I would never get on no levels like that with nobody, with chopping it up with them, because, you know, my trust fucked up, bro, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you know, because Wiz Khalifa, there was a video of them, like, talking to each other, like, after that whole incident happened. I don't know. Like, look, I interviewed Bill Haney, Devin Haney's dad.
Yeah.
And he's known Ryan for a decade.
Yeah.
Because you know, him and, you know, his son came up together. They would fight in the same tournaments. They would all get to the finals together. And he told me all this is bullshit. He's not, like, he doesn't need rehab. He's just like that. And he's doing this on purpose. He's just trolling, and he thinks this is how he's going to get on.
Okay, well, some purpose, some that trolling to get you fucked up.
Right.
Like,
he's gotten fucked up now.
Like, that trolling will get you fucked up. Like, you know, like, a lot of people, you know, they hide behind that internet shit, bro. Like, if they ain't have social media, a lot of people wouldn't be doing all this stuff if they felt like they could really get touched.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, they doing this shit for the gram, bro. Like, they doing this shit to be talked about. I mean, a lot of beef ain't even real beef. It's just doing it for the gram, bro.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, listen, me and Tariq Nasheed.
But what you say always gonna stick with you.
It's true. Yeah.
You know, like you everybody ain't gonna say, I forgive you.
Well, I think there's limits, right? You know, like me and Tariq Nasheed, we've been beefing with each other online for like 6 years. I would talk some shit about him. He would make videos talking shit about me, and it kind of went back and forth. But we recently did an interview. We got on the phone because, you know, he had a situation where I was interviewing some dude that he was beefing with. I didn't realize they were beefing at the time, and he stormed into this studio and confronted the dude on camera. And I was pissed off about that because it made me look bad. It made me look like I have an unsafe space. You know what I'm saying? So me and him got into it, and I took down his interview, and, you know, I had a problem with him because of that. And then I come to find out, because he did this other interview where he was like, oh, he had assumed that I brought in this other dude just to kind of like turn up the beef with them. And I'd explained to him that I didn't even know they had a beef. You know what I'm saying? I literally did not know. And when he stormed in, I didn't even know what the fuck was happening. And when we talked about it, I explained my part. He was like, yo, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? And we got on. We just did an interview. It's about to drop. And my thing was like, even though me and him were beefing, it never went below the belt. He never talked about my family or made it like overly racist or, you know what I'm saying? And I never talked about his family. I never made it racial or whatever else. It was just, we were beefing about what we were beefing about. So when it was time to get on the phone, it wasn't a big deal. And it was time to get some work done. He was promoting a new documentary. He saw the value in it. And that's it. But when you start being racist, when you start talking about people's kids, when you know how I mean, start talking about people's mothers, when it starts getting violent, then it can't be worked out. That's how I look at it. Certain people I can work it out with, certain people I can't.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah, that's life.
You know, this Ryan shit, I think he's going to have some problems. But, you know, for example, when I asked Tariq about this, he feels that he did it on purpose because he's got a mostly like Spanish and white fan base, and they want to see him beat the black guy, basically. You know what I'm saying? They probably are pumping him up. Like, yeah, you know, go ahead and say it. You know what I'm saying?
Only that man know why he doing it.
True.
We can say how we feel.
Yeah.
Only him. He got to answer that.
How do you feel about Bronny playing for the Lakers?
I mean, it made me smile.
Yeah?
You know, it made me smile.
The first father and son in the NBA happens to be on the same team as well. Gilbert Arenas said something interesting recently. He said, most of the people that are mad about this are insecure dads. Dads that didn't put in the work with their own kids to put them in a level when they get older to be successful themselves.
If you're a male and you're a father and you're mad, you're not mad that LeBron James, like, you're more mad that this father did something for his son that you didn't do for yours. So it's more your insecurity as a father than it is LeBron James, because fathers then passed on their businesses, their teams to their kids. No one says anything. So the fact that he used his leverage to get his son on the team is a problem. That's insecurities right there.
You see this in the business world all the time. Father and son plumbing. You know, fathers build up companies and their sons take over.
Yeah.
Happens every day.
Yeah.
But now they're mad at LeBron because he happened to help his son put him in a position where he could play for the Lakers. If you're a father, you should be inspired.
Right.
But I think most of the people, because I wasn't mad at this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is dope. Great. It's not like he's a number one pick. He's a 55th pick. So a lot is not expected of him anyways.
Yeah.
And ultimately, if he doesn't perform, the Lakers are going to cut him. Right?
I don't know. We don't know. We can't say if they going to cut him or not because, you know, this shit selling tickets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All this shit be about a bag. This shit selling tickets, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love to see it, man. I love for people to break barriers and do shit like LeBron doing. I love how he be in support of Bronny too. You know, he a voice for Bronny too.
Yeah. Are any of your kids athletes? You say your daughter plays sports.
My son playing football. My other son playing basketball. But,
do you think any of them could actually go pro?
No.
That's cool. You're only talking about the 0.001% anyway, so
yeah,
it's not like this is expected on any level.
You can't be, in reality, you can't be 5'6", 5'7", talking about thinking you going to the NBA.
I mean, there was Muggsy Bogues back in the day.
Bro, we're not talking about no Muggsy Bogues. Nigga, point guard 7 feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get into that shit early. These kids been playing basketball since they was, you know, but at the same time, we got to figure out how to co-parent and be a dad to still support them. You know, we got to, that's why I get fucked up at some time. I get selfish. You know, I get selfish and I be thinking, but you know, I only want better for them. But I know how to get the bag. But we gotta think about their happiness too at the same time. And it's even harder when you got separate households and mama saying one thing, daddy saying another thing. So we just gotta try to co-parent. And
well, I remember you made a video where you said you felt like a failure because all your kids don't live with you.
Right.
Still feel that way?
A lot of days I do.
Yeah.
A lot of days I do. To everybody across the world, when your kids not living with you and it's a separate household, just get ready for the ride, man. You know.
Get ready for the ride.
Get ready for the ride, man. That's a perfect life to me. All my kids living with me. Every morning we see each other.
Yeah.
Financially straight, I mean.
Well, technically, considering how big Boosie Estates is, and I've been there multiple times.
Yeah.
Have you ever considered moving in all your kids' mothers into your house and into the property itself?
No.
Have you ever actually thought about it and said, okay, let me... Because, they wouldn't be in the same house because you have other houses in the back.
I mean, I think I can do it. I actually think I can do it because ain't nobody hating on nobody. Ain't none of my baby mamas hating on each other. My baby mamas don't have problems with each other. None of them.
They just have problems with you.
Sometimes, but none of my baby mamas beef, and that keep it good for the children.
So that's what I'm saying. You have all these houses in the back. Why not,
No.
No.
I wouldn't want, nah.
Nah? Okay. Y'all be sister wives together, you know what I'm saying? Nah? Okay. Just a thought. Mo3 dropped an album after he died. You're not on that album.
Nah.
But why not?
I don't know. We got this record we finna drop called Way in the Water. We had to get shit. I'm going through that shit with guys at them right now. So
it came out under Empire?
Yeah, Empire. So we gonna figure it out. Look like we finna drop the Way in the Water. It just shit just gotta be totally business, especially when you got lawsuits on the table and all kind of shit like that. That's why they need to go and clear this shit so we can put this new Boosie and Mo3 shit up, bro. Like when this shit is just a back trickle. It makes people don't think when you cause one problem, it make whole other problems for other people. And I just say I'm a let the one with me and 3 come out and we gonna figure it out because Boosie and Mo3, they love that shit.
Yeah, I would have loved to see it. I mean, in fact, my favorite Mo3 song was the joint that you have. Mop with it?
Yeah.
Love that song.
Yeah.
Absolutely my favorite Mo3 song and one of my favorite Boosie songs ever.
Okay.
I must have given y'all at least 300 streams on Spotify. Listen to that song. No Jumper interviewed one of the killers of Pop Smoke. You saw that?
Yeah.
A lot of people got on Adam for doing that. What did you think?
I mean, it ain't no respect no more, bro.
What do you mean?
I mean, when people do shit like that, like they just thinking about clicks, bro. They not thinking how much they just really doing their job, bro. But they not thinking at the same time how many people this gonna affect. Like how much shit this shit can start. Like, when I saw it, I was like, damn, bro. Like bro, he could have got himself smashed.
Who?
No Jumper.
Adam?
I'm just saying, this niggas from New York could have been up here and went right over there and sprayed the whole motherfucking thing up, thinking somebody's still in there. I know how shit go, man. When you gotta try to let the dead die, bro.
Did you know Pop Smoke at all?
Huh?
Did you ever meet Pop Smoke?
Nah.
Me and him were talking. Me and him were on the phone. Me and him talked a few times. We were trying to set up an interview, but we kept being in different places every time we did it. I wanted to be in the room with him when I did it. I talked to him maybe about a week before he got killed. I understand both sides, but to be fair, I've been in that same space. I mean, you remember, I think we're rocking with each other back then when I interviewed No Plug.
Yeah.
Who was responsible for killing Bankroll Fresh. But it was a self-defense situation, right? And the video came out afterwards that showed Bankroll Fresh kind of waving around the rifle. But at the time, people hated me. Like, I was going through what Adam's going through now. Me and Charlamagne stopped talking for a few years over that situation.
Yeah.
And then, you know, once the video came out, he was like, yo, my bad, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But my thing was like, it was a slightly different situation because it was self-defense. He turned himself in. He wasn't charged, etc. But I felt it was important to get a story out there, and, you know, it is what it is. I've interviewed Sammy the Bull. He killed 19 people. I interviewed the guy, one of the two guys responsible for killing Michael Jordan's dad.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jordan probably won't take any pictures with me when he sees me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
like I say, he was basically just doing his job.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, we can't expect nobody that, you know, when they doing that, this is what they do. You know, that's what you gotta look at it like, this what they do. You can't blame him for that. You gotta blame the niggas who ain't going step on him. That's who you put the blame on. Fuck that. He put y'all on game. He put y'all on the face. Shit, you blame the niggas who ain't come and slide about them. They the one gotta, you know, handle that.
yeah, I mean, look, I know a lot of people, you know, like I interviewed MC8 the other day. MC8, as a teenager, went on a lot of missions that could have ended in the same way, right? You go on a robbery, you don't go there to kill the person. But when you bring in a gun to a robbery, things are more likely to happen.
Yeah.
You know, and I watched did you watch the interview or no?
Mm-mm.
I watched it. He basically said it wasn't like a setup or whatever. They didn't go there to try to kill him.
I just saw the clips they was playing.
Yeah, I mean, he basically said that, you know, he was just part of a group of dudes that went to go do a robbery. He was the youngest one, I think. I think he was like 15 or 16. And I don't think he was the shooter. I think he was a getaway driver or something like that. He didn't really get into it, but, you know, have you ever done robberies when you were younger?
Nah, I ain't never really.
That wasn't your thing.
That wasn't my thing.
Did you have friends who did robberies?
Yeah.
Did any of those robberies ever result in someone getting shot?
Allegedly.
Allegedly?
Yeah.
You know, I think to a certain degree is like everyone loves the gangster shit until it hits close to home. And then everyone hates the gangster shit. And I don't personally bash Adam for doing that, because at the time the interview was pitched to me as well. And I said, now, me and Adam actually had a conversation about it, and I just said, I'm cool, you could do it if you want to do it. I passed on it, and he ended up doing it.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, that dude decided to speak on it. He came in as he was underage when it happened. Hopefully he'll learn from this and turn into a person that doesn't do this again. Or it may go the other way. Or he may be known as that killer who's got that reputation and he's going to be 10 times worse. You know? I don't know, man. I interviewed Curtis Wall Street Carroll. Like, he had, like, whatever. He was given, like, 40 years in prison because he was involved in a robbery that ended up, you know, with someone dead. And now he's like he's a stock investor that's helped out a lot of people and everything else like that. And as a teenager, you do a lot of dumb shit. I am sure as a teenager, you've done a lot of shit that you definitely regret as a grown man.
Yeah, man, I mean, when you're a teenager, bro, man.
You don't know any better.
You know better, but you're trying to show better.
Yeah.
You know. Our teenagers, bro, our teenage days, bro, like, we get at you, bro, like.
Yeah.
We get at you, like.
Especially when there's older people around, which in this case, it was the case. He was the youngest one, I think, out of that crew. Yeah, man, it's sad. Like I said, I was a big fan of Pop Smoke. I really was.
Yeah, I was bumping Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke, that whole New York drill movement, the 504s, the Sleepy Hollows, the Chef G's and all that really came from Pop Smoke. He was the one that really laid down the foundation of that.
Yeah.
And him passing away opened the door to a lot of these dudes becoming rich and famous. And I was mad that I wasn't able to interview him because his story never came out. See what I'm saying? I would have, the type of interviews I do, you would have at least had a story. I remember I cussed out his manager because he like dropped the ball trying to schedule the interview or whatever. But like, he was a good dude, man. He was on his way up. He just had an album with Travis Scott. Like, he was really like about to blow up. And, you know, it was sad, man. It was sad. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Last question. This is a little bit different. We've done a ton of interviews. So you know me pretty well. You know my interview style. A lot of people criticize the way I do interviews. If you were to say what I can improve on when I interview you, what would that be?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what I don't like that you do. You know, sometimes you try to put somebody else's mind on side of my mind and flip it.
Okay.
That's what you try to do. But they mind don't think like my mind.
Okay.
So you can't compare the two. You can't compare the fucking two. Well, if this person did it, no. Motherfucker, no. His mind is not. I know we are two different minds of everything. So you can't make me see they mind because I already got my mind what? Made up. This shit born in me. How I'ma feel. So you can stop trying to twist it. Stop trying to twist it. You good at that. To make it a fucked up person and a person.
I was not expecting that answer. What have I heard? I heard that I interrupt my guests. I've heard that I try to put myself too much into the stories, you know, to the interviews, my own personal stories and, you know, frame of mind. But, you know, I sometimes have to interrupt people because I've got a blueprint of where the interview should go, and sometimes people go off on tangents. And they'll talk for 30 minutes about something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about and will kind of bore the viewer.
I mean, people just talking, Vlad. They love our interview.
Exactly.
Twice today since I've been in LA at the baggage claim and on the plane, you was brought up. In a good, when you doing it, I watch your Vlad, when you doing it. Like, I mean...
The numbers speak for themselves. You can't say you hate when Boosie goes on Vlad when millions and millions and millions of people every single time tune in.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that answer, man. I wasn't ready for that answer, but I know that whenever I ask you, I always get the honest answer.
Yeah.
So that's actually a great answer, man. And that's what it is, Boosie. Until next time.
Let me plug something.
Go ahead.
I got my album coming out with Daz Dillinger.
Oh, that's finally coming out.
Yeah.
You've been talking about that forever.
I think we're going to drop like September, October.
Okay.
We finna see billboards all over L.A.
Okay.
I got back with my old in-house producer too, Big Wayne. Me and him finna drop an album also. I just dropped the Russia album. I'm waiting to drop my next film. It's called Twins. I'm getting my Eddie Murphy on there. I'm playing different characters.
Oh, you're gonna be like the Clumps? Kinda?
Something like that.
Okay.
Something like that. But and I'm just working, man. I'm staying focused. I'm finna go get that international money now. I got a lot of people calling.
Good. Good. I love it.
And I'm just working, man.
That's what it is, man. Once again, the way we started, congratulations on beating your cases. No more ankle monitor. You can move around. The passport's back. You ain't got to be stressing out.
Yeah.
Super happy for you, man. Like I said, I think I was the first person to actually announce that you were officially off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me and your lawyers have a good relationship. which is interesting. You know, I don't know any of the guests that I have where I actually fuck with the lawyers as well. But man, I'm so super happy for you. I know it's been a long road to get here, but congrats, man. You know, you were part of the 2% that is beating a Fed case. And man, wish you all the best. Until next time, peace.